What's going on, people? Y'all missed us. Y'all missed us. I know you did.
I'm still trying to figure this out. I look terrible. I look horrible. Hey, what's going on, people, man? This your boy DJ, part of Nfc South First P NFL. I am not home. Okay, this is still new to me. I'm in Detroit, but I'm still here with my boy Mike. Man, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Boy, you look ugly as
Ugly as
heck.
hell. I ain't gonna lie. Usually I'll be cool with it, but I do look bad though. I ain't gonna front. I gotta look kind of bad today.
Boy, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the pixels. He's hitting that choppy. Yeah, man. My boy in Detroit, man. So he's on a little. I'm gonna let you say it. You get a
All right,
spiel.
so obviously, everybody, if you don't know, I have a newborn son. My wife is from Detroit, and I'm here to visit her family. I reached out to them, was like, "Oh yeah, you got this, and this, because I want to record my podcast, or you're going, go live on Wednesday." Oh yeah, we got everything. Never trust. They said he might check out, but uh, yeah, don't expect it to kind of be like your whole setup. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not the same. You see, I got these headphones on. I got my nephew's gaming headphones. I probably sound crazy. I
Nah,
don't
you
know.
sound all right though.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I have no idea. This is, I'm a little, I feel a little uneasy. I guess it's when you're on the road. You know what I'm saying? You're a little like out of character. Feel a little, you know, I don't know, man. But we gonna make this happen though. We
Oh
gonna
yeah.
make this happen.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen, man. We gotta make it happen, man. This is football, man. We don't have another weekend until February with no football, dog. We got our first preseason real game. I know we had the Hall of Fame game. That was fun. Had a great time. He said sound is good, visual is terrible. Yeah, I know. But it'll be all right, man. We're gonna make it happen, see dog. We're gonna make it happen, my G. Oh, they look better, DJ. There you go. There you go. I don't know what you did. But
I
somehow it
smacked
worked.
it.
It worked. The Lord gonna work it out for us, man. We ain't got another weekend without football, man. First game is gonna be what tomorrow? I think it's Baltimore and the Titans or something like that, man. So it's gonna be exciting, man. So we're gonna go through a lot today. Um, we're gonna start off with some rankings of the NFL divisions, and then we're gonna get right into the preseason games of the NFC South. And we're gonna talk definitely about all the teams, especially, you know the teams right here. Carolina representing. I'm your boy Mike Ricks. Before we go any further, man, make sure you do your boys a solid. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, man. Once again, sorry for the delay, but we here. We're gonna make it up in the content and what we got going on. So DJ, man, what you want to get right into it? We didn't kept the people waiting long enough. How you want to do this, bro?
Yeah, we did. See the rankings is we're doing every division. We ranked them for what we this year is going to look like for each division, right? And we're going to carry this over, obviously, into the NFC South because what happens around the league affects the end at the end of the day. So, how me and Mike view the NFL as a whole, because obviously we watch all football. I mean, we love the South, but we watching all football. I know, we we be calling it games and stuff. So, like I said, we in it when it comes
Right.
to that. And we're gonna show you what y'all think. And do a couple. We're gonna probably post this on our Facebook page. And following that, Twitter. Me and him gonna probably throw this stuff out. A little buzz with it. See what
Yeah.
people think about what we think. Because they like ranking everything out this mug. So we gonna rank it too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We definitely gonna rank it, man. We definitely gonna rank it. So I think I'm gonna go this way, man. All right, man. So let's get right into it, dog. So we got the preseason, and I'm like, just like DJ. We love this time of the year, man, because we like to go very, very deep into the rosters. Like to see who's gonna make the team, who's not gonna make the team. We like to watch these rookies get minutes, see what they do, if they're gonna flash any of that. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm so excited about this, dog. Went through this stretch of shoot, TV was even doo doo. We ain't had much TV to watch during this stretch after the NBA, man. And I like baseball, I like soccer, but I don't love it. So, yeah, I definitely love tennis though. So I got the U.S. Open I got coming up, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah,
Man,
man.
Was that match today with Serena? Is that old? Because like I said, I'm just kind
Nah,
of I'm in like watched it, but I'm not watching it live. I'm we stream everything. My what do they call it? My parents-in-law. They everything up. So they had it playing. I'm like, oh, I ain't know Serena's last. I thought she tired. She had one more match, and it ain't the Serena we know. And I was like, I hope this is not old.
well, it's she's done. I watched her play, and we watched her in the French Open. Was it, baby? She ain't even here. The Wimbledon. It was either Wimbledon or the French Open, something like that. And you could tell she gave it everything she got. And this is definitely her time to hang it up. Yeah, I finished Stranger Things. Definitely watching The Shy. My man, the old man, Sea Dog. See, that's why I rocks with you. Even though you be tripping sometime by my Panthers, which I ain't even gonna front, Sea Dog. You are definitely one of the non-optimistic straight shooters. Keep it real and you speak your truth, so I respect you to the fullest, dog. I'm like I say, I might not always agree, but just because I don't always agree with you don't mean I don't respect what you say and what you do, because most of the time it be dead on. So I got to give you your props on that. If you haven't checked out The Old Man, it's something that I've been getting into. My mom's been telling me this for a long time. Santana, my wife Santana, shout out to you, baby, if you're watching. Probably not. You're probably in the bed, but it's a very, very good show, and we got to finish watching it. The Shy is one of my favorite shows. I've been trying to watch this P Valley stuff, man. I like the first season. The second season is okay. I'm a little behind because it hasn't caught my attention as much, but hey, it is what it is. We're gonna kick that out. But yeah, it's not as Stranger Things, a great show. I finished that very quickly. The Shy is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows. DJ and I talk about that. That's our jump. But yeah, let's get right into it, DJ, man. Let's start with the first team we got, dog. Let's start with the first team. So, the first division, I should say. So we're gonna start off with the AFC. Absolutely. Hey, yo, C-Dog, I heard about Rap-ish. I was telling my wife about that, man. It's something we gotta check out. It's another show, man. If you haven't watched, I don't know what the regular channel, maybe Freeform. It's on Hulu. Everything's trash, man. I really, really like this chick called Phoebe, man. She reminds me a lot of what's my girl name? I love her, man. Issa Rae. She reminds me a lot of Issa and Insecure. So if you haven't checked out Everything's Trash, check it out. But we ain't here to talk about all these shows. We got football, baby. So let's get right into the AFC, man. Let's go to our rankings. DJ and I took some time out. We spent a lot of time on this. On our rankings. Don't kill us if you don't agree. C-Dog, I already know you coming for me because some of the things I got on here, you like, nigga, you tripping. I already know. And please, I know you ain't going to hold back, my dude. So definitely communicate.
Oh, no, nobody back. You feel way different. Hey, say you. Y'all come on here because y'all respect what we got to say, which I appreciate. But hey, we appreciate what people got to say as well. We try to get the pulse. It's like around here because we see the pulse on Twitter and all the other areas.
Right.
Definitely see that, but we want to know where y'all feel, and like I said, chime in as we go through.
Facts.
We all with it. So look.
Facts. Soon as I roll this blunt.
Yes, sir. I'm in the truck. It's legal out this book. I'm definitely.
It is.
Yes, it's legal in Michigan. I'm like, how is it? Like, it's illegal in South Carolina. You won't get arrested. I think in North Carolina. Like, what's up, man? Like, I understand it's a red state, it's super Republican. I get all that, but come on, man. Like, the edibles. I'm not hard.
I will say this. They got that Delta 8 stuff around here, dog. But that ain't the same, man. It ain't the same. Anyway, have fun, C-Dog. Roll that up. Spliff one for me.
Yes,
I'm getting my sober on, so do your thing, dog. Light up. Oh, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you got to do. All right, fellas, let's get right into it, man. So we're gonna start off with the AFC South, y'all. This is what we got, man. I'm gonna go through mine, DJ. You go through yours. It's kind of close, very similar. I got the Colts right now as the number one team in the division. I got the Tennessee Titans second, the Jacksonville Jags third. Oh, excuse me. And I got the Houston Texans at fourth. And we'll elaborate after DJ goes through his.
Yeah, so me and Mike, the same first two. I think Colt Brian added him, getting rid of Carson Wentz. I mean, we talked about it like before. Man, the coach was ready to run away from Carson Wentz. He wanted him out so damn bad because he knew that in his offense, Carson Wentz wasn't getting it done. Like 27-7, I think, as a passer, but he just couldn't close it. He had a hell of a running back. Right. Yeah, so this team right here by itself probably one of the tops in the NFL, period. Titans, I feel the same way. They've been there forever now. I mean, it's like 5 years running now, Michael. I think double-digit wins or something like that, something crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
they've been doing their thing. I got the Texans. Did I? No, I had Texans third, Mike.
That's why I
Jaguars third. No, I got Jaguars third. I'm looking at that like, what? No. I got the Jaguars third. I'm looking at my list right now just to make sure. A little typo, but it's all good, though. I got it right here. Like, go look at your text. I was shocked by that, man. That team is really good. Go look at your text, dog.
Okay,
it's always in writing, goddamn.
That's a typo. That's a typo.
I got the Jags. So yeah, we match with this division, and the Texans, man. I think it's pretty cut forward. I mean, some people might say the Titans, some people might say the Colts. I'll say my piece on this. Colts roster is ridiculous. I mean, I think their defense is ready. They got one of the best. Michael, I don't want to put him there yet, but Jonathan Taylor, I think, is a top 5 and will be a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Facts.
Matt Ryan, look, you're in the Nfc South versus NFL. How much we can talk-ish about the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan is one of the better backs we watched in this division over the last 20-some-odd years. I mean, it's not even a question. They're adding that. He's still playing really good football. It's just Atlanta's obviously in rebuild mode and, bringing in, a player that the coach likes. It fits his mold of trying to transition, all that stuff. And I think the Colts, and this is a good run for him because he's still got some ball left in him. I think they're going to take over his division.
Yeah, man, this is a great situation for them. If you look at their team and what they allowed defensively, they didn't allow a lot. All they really needed was a quarterback to send them over the edge, and they definitely got one now. Like you talked about, man, Matt Ryan went 7-10 last year with no Julio, Calvin Ridley being out most of the season, and they still didn't finish last in their division with the first-year head coach. Now that he's with a much better team, a much better offensive line, has a much better running game, it has weapons and a defense, I expect this team to be very, very good this year. So very excited to see what they do. I'm glad they're not in the NFC. So, yeah, man, and this is one of the weaker divisions in the NFL. So kudos to him because he is much better than Ryan Tannehill. So that is the reason why, because I believe both of these defenses are good. They both have good offensive lines. They both have excellent running games. The difference is going to be Tannehill, and I believe and Ryan. And so that's why we got him first. Anything else you want to say about this division before we move on to the next one, my dude?
I've been saying this, and Mike knows this for a fact, for about 6 years now. I said Ryan Tannehill is ass.
Yes, he has.
And I think that we are now seeing it. And this is what I had issues with. I'm not going to keep this really short. Is that when you have a really good team like Tennessee Titans, right? You got probably the best running back. I mean, carrying teams. But people still not see it the year when he had like 200 yards in 2 games.
Yeah.
When Derrick Henry was running, people still was like, oh no, Ryan Tannehill could get it. Yeah, okay. Ryan Tannehill is doodle juice.
I think he's more of those Jimmy Garoppolo's. He's more of those Trent Dilfers. He's one of those kind of guys. Can he win the Super Bowl? Winning? Nah. Can he win a Super Bowl and actually get it to the Super Bowl? I don't know. He had his opportunity. He's had his best roster, in my opinion. They still got playmakers. I do love Robert Woods, but we're going to find out. I don't believe it. What's going on, Trill One? What's good with you, my G? All right, man. So
what up?
Let's move on to the next one, man. All right. So we have the AFC North.
The black and blue division.
Yes. This is this is a hard hat division right here. These guys, one thing we know about this team here, this division, is this is hard-nosed football here. They gonna smack you around. All of these teams, truth be told, have pretty good defenses. Baltimore has always been known to have a good defense and win a lot of games. Jim Harbaugh is a phenomenal coach. Mike Tomlin is a phenomenal coach that always seems to make the playoffs and have a winning record. I don't believe he has one losing record his entire coaching career.
Nobody wants to give him credit for being a great coach.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. That's the thing. We have to be excellent. And I'm going to call it out, man. I ain't going to keep biting my tongue on this. As black men and black head coaches, we have to be excellent in order to still don't get the praise. This is a Hall of Fame coach. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's amazing or not, he has rings. He has winning seasons after winning seasons after winning seasons. And I know he had Big Ben, and Big Ben's going to get a lot of the credit. But we're going to find out and see what happens. And part of that is the reason why I'm going to speak on why I got him second. So I'm going to go through my list real quick because we don't want to spend a ton of time on all these divisions. Yes, because he is Black Sea Dog. That's exactly what it is. So I got the Ravens at number 1. I got the Steelers at number 2. I have the Bengals at number 3, which was very hard for me, and the Browns at number 4. And I'm going to let DJ go through his, and then we'll go through and spill, and I'll explain why I dropped the Bengals down, and I think he'll touch on it too.
Yeah, obviously, Ravens, I think we both kind of looked at that, was like, right now, that's an anomaly what they did last year, right? They had a rash of injuries. They lost like all their running backs. You know what I'm saying? It was bad business for them last year. The defense was a little lacking last year.
Right.
But, I think that's going to turn back around. John Harbaugh's too good of a coach. He's going to get that team back where it needs to be. They're back healthy. Hell, Lamar is playing for a damn contract point. You're going to get the best because he's going to want to bend them boys over. He's going to want to get that money, which I don't blame him. And then Bengals, it's hard for me to drop all the way. Look, this is a young team that didn't realize that, they weren't supposed to be where they went.
Right.
Now the bullseye's on their back, but I think, the players they got there are definitely built for this. With obviously Joe Burrow. I think everybody and their mother loved Joe Burrow.
Yes.
I don't know how you don't. Jamar Chase, Higgins. They still got a good roster. They did a little retooling to that offensive line. One offensive lineman is actually a Buccaneer now. He's a backup for us. And he was a star. I think it was like Fred something. I can't remember his name. But
right.
Yeah, he's with us now as a backup. But they retooled the offensive line, trying to come back and repeat. But we all know about the hangover, right? So we'll get into that with the playoffs. But yeah, Steelers, it was hard for me to put in here because I feel Mike Tomlin the same way. Just because he's there, I still think they have a chance to have a winning record. But I do think they're going in third. And Browns is a shit show. Let's be honest. I love the Deshaun move, the BS that's going on with that. We already rehashed that. I'm not going to do it anymore. But yeah, it's going to be a shit show in Cleveland. I know Mike's going to be like, it's been like that forever anyway. So I understand. But I'm just saying, it's definitely going to be another one this year. So I don't see it happening.
Absolutely. From what I'm hearing, look, I don't care too much about all of the hoopla and the names and this and that when it comes to football. It's about continuity. It's about without all the distractions, one mind, one team, for one focus. And they got a ton of distractions. You got Kareem Hunt not wanting to be there. He's asking for a trade. They lost Odell Beckham. They lost Jarvis Landry. I know they gained Amari Cooper. They still got Njoku and all that. And their defense should be what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, because continuity, you just talked about it. They've been there together.
Right. So if they're going to do anything on the strength, it's going to be from that defense. And I haven't been a believer of them, and I'm still not a believer of them. And me personally, I don't believe it was Baker's fault that they were the way they were. And we'll get to that a little later. But the Bengals, the reason why I have them at third, even though I love Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, they got a squad. They look like they're trying to revamp their offensive line. They went and got Lyle Collins, who's not practicing. I love Trey Hendrickson. Me and DJ both talked about him highly with the Saints. They got a really, really good team. It's just that Super Bowl hangover is something else when you lose. Not many teams are able to bounce back. I give the Kansas City Chiefs props because they were one of those teams teams that lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I hate to bring that shit up, but we got to keep it real. They I just believe it's real. When we went 15-1, lost the Super Bowl, guess what happened? We didn't make the
ain't done
playoffs.
nothing ever since.
No, we went to the playoffs again in 2017, but still, we ain't won none. You're right. So it happens, man. So are they young, athletic, talented? Were they not supposed to be there? Most people thought that, and they snuck up on people. They were just one of them young buck teams that just happened to sneak up on. The AFC is way too tough, and I'm interested to see how that's going to happen. C-Dog, I respect that. He said the Bengals going to win the division. Okay. I definitely respect that. We got the word is the 3 quarterbacks in Pittsburgh are all looking bad. From what I'm hearing, Mitchell Trubisky is far more ahead of everybody. But I have heard that too. They're not looking too good. But even with that being said, I love Najee Harris. I love the makeup of Mike Tomlin. If it's anybody that's going to get a team to gel and play well and win football games, it's Mike Tomlin. He's done it over and over again, so my faith is there. Shout out to you, C-Dog, and say the Bengals are winning the division. I can see that happening. I just don't believe back-to-back, especially once you lose. It's just tough. History has shown that doesn't happen, so that's the reason why. Bengals got to prove that it's not a fluke. You're definitely right, but I love their talent.
Yeah, the offensive line definitely rehabbed. Obviously, they brought Alex Cap over from the Bucks. Decent. Definitely a decent player for us. They brought Lewell Collins over from the Cowboys?
Cowboys, yep.
Yeah, so that right side is brand new. John Williams has been there. He's been a stud, at left tackle. That was probably the only lineman that actually blocked over the last year. And I don't really know much about the other interior, but I definitely know that right side and the left tackle. But yes, they did change these names, and I think that Cameron Jackson, he replaced one of the players I think that's on our roster.
I liked him a lot. I liked him a lot coming out the draft, so it's gonna be fun to see, man. And I like this team. If they do win a division, I'm not mad about it because I do like them. I mean, Joe Burrow is that dude. I love him. Jamar Chase. Me and DJ been talking about Jamar Chase for the longest.
Yeah, when I saw that man's video as a freshman at LSU, I'm like, yo, this kid is different, dog.
Yeah,
he came in and start talking ish, he said he's going to take over NCAA.
And he did exactly that, and he's taking over the NFL too. So don't be surprised if this guy is not top 10 rated in Madden and shoot. The way he balls out, he might be top 5. Yeah. So, but that's it with the NFL. You got anything else you want to say about the AFC?
Keep moving.
Keep this thing moving. All right, so let's go to the AFC East. Excuse me. All right, now this was hard. Man, this AFC was extremely hard for us, y'all. This division here is tough. This is extremely tough. But I'm going to just go through my list as you see. Well, actually, I don't need to. Both of y'all can see it. We got the exact same list. The New York Jets. I'm going to start bottom up. I love Robert Saleh, whatever his name is. Defensive-minded coach, a guy that's going to come in and change the attitude and the toughness about this football team. They went and got a lot of players in the draft that can help this team be more successful. I think they are a year, maybe 2 years away from being where they want to be, especially in this division. So I definitely don't think, well, see, though, we're going to touch on that. So I don't think that they're going to be there yet. The Patriots, I hated to go against Bill Belichick. But from what I'm hearing, Mac Jones, they don't have Josh McDaniels, the guy that kind of maybe masked some of the flaws in Mac Jones. And from what I'm hearing, he's struggling like heck. It could be one or two things. That defense is flying around looking like they were supposed to be with Bill Belichick, or it's just this offense just isn't clicking. I don't want to talk this whole segment, DJ, so I'm going to let you go on with it.
Yeah, on the Patriots, the loss of McDaniels is huge, right? I mean, he's an orchestrator of a lot of offenses for that team. I mean, I think he's one of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL. It's going to be interesting when he goes over to the Raiders as the head coach now. The defense isn't as strong as we've seen in the past to, like he said, kind of mask things. With the offense, I think could be deficiencies a little bit, but Yeah, it's tough. They got like I think Joe Judge is now the offensive coordinator. He's never really been like I think he's more of a defensive minded guy. So like I said, it's some weird stuff going on in New England, and it is hard to go check. I mean, but yeah, I think it's that we're watching it slowly kind of come down, and he's going to have to fix it or leave it or leave. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins, I think we're both on the same trend with them. I watched the Mike Daniels interview today about the Tom Brady thing. He seems like he's the right guy to be a head coach, man. I think that this guy he's intelligent. They talked about, he's the orchestrator of the great run schemes that we saw with Shanahan. So this guy is really a smart guy. And this team was already not that far away from being successful. Tua's been hurt all the time. Now they got Tariq and Waddle's now healthy. They got a slew of running backs. Right. And the defense is still really the same, and they're going to continue to play hard and be good. So the trend of them going up, even though I don't like first year head coaches usually because they don't usually do well in their first year. But I think this one might be one of the ones that actually do pretty well. And the Bills, man, what can we say about the Bills? I mean, the Bills are stacked. I mean, what is there to really say about this team? I mean, you got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Damn, I'm getting a blank when it comes to this roster. But yeah, I mean,
they got it, man.
They got James Cook. I think out of the draft.
Yep. Devin Cook's little brother.
Oh, Gabriel Davis, which I was a real big fan of. I think he came out of Mississippi State or one of them schools like that. Big down the field threat. I love him. Isaiah McKenzie, shifty inside slot, really good. Offensive line's really good. Even Knox at tight end is decent. Then you go to offense. This is a young, very hard-nosed defense by your own Sean McDermott, which you all should know because many of y'all Panther fans in here. And that defense has been good since he's been there. And they're only going to continue to get better. And I think they picked up Von Miller. Like, what the fuck? Like, hey, Michael Hyde at safety. Like, come on, man. Like, this is not even fair with some of these players that White. Like, look, there's nothing else to be said. This team is going to be there, I think, towards the end. But is history going to bite them in the ass? Is my question. The Bills over here, they love to lose Super Bowls. They love to look great, and they get there, and then history just says that they're going to give an NFC team a damn ring. So we're going to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah, we used to call them the Buffalo Panthers. We used to call them the Carolina Bills, all that stuff, because they got Sean McDermott. They got our GM, our assistant GM, and Brandon Beane. If you want to keep this thing funky, shout out to DJ in the Arizonas. Is that an Arizona, my G? I love Arizonas. Is that an Arizona that you drinking on?
Oh, yeah. So they got a bunch of these. They got water in these Arizonas.
We're
not sponsored by Arizona, but, these things are pretty good. I just don't like the high fructose corn syrup. That's why I don't drink a lot of.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I don't drink it either. As you see, I got my water right here. That's something that I'm going to drink on, but I also got a little sip in this cup. I'm going to have fun tonight. I'm definitely going to have fun tonight. But Buffalo, man, if there was one guy, they still call him Buffalo Panthers. You're right. I mean, Sean McDermott, if we didn't see this coming, and Brandon Beane is a phenomenal GM, man. And Sean McDermott is an excellent coach. If we would have played our cards right, we would have daggone said, guess what, Sean? Guess what, Ron? Bye, Ron. Keep Sean. Keep Brandon. Make him be the GM. Jerry Richardson got in all that trouble, so he had to do whatever happened. And then that's why they're having the success. No one ever wants to go to Buffalo. No one ever wants to go and get drafted to Buffalo. Now they actually want to go to Buffalo. It's crazy. It's crazy. But shout out to Buffalo, man. Josh Allen, I can't talk about Buffalo without talking about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I told you he was going to be that. And I'm going to say it on here again. Josh Allen is what Carolina Panthers thought Cam Newton was going to turn out to be. And I'm saying it again live because this man didn't only just work, he worked on the deficiencies that he had, which is throwing the daggone football. And I believe Cam relied too much on his athleticism and did not be coached right as far as working on his daggone mechanics in the throwing game. Josh Allen did, and that's why Josh Allen is where he's at. But can he win a Super Bowl? That's going to be the question because, like you said, the Bills seem to be cursed. But we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. And, yes, Panther Buzz, That's fair. Like we sat here talking about the Jets, and we like Saleh as a coach. I'm a little bit off of Zach Wilson. I ain't. I'm still like, show me with that boy. But I kind of get the optimism of the Jets, and I do think the Pats are trending. And I was on the phone with Mike, and I was like, "Can I seriously put the Pats as fourth in this division?" That was the hardest thing for me. I just like, I can't say the Jets can really overtake them yet. 'Cause I don't even think the Jets have beaten the Patriots in years. So they got a hurdle to get over first.
Yeah, and that's the only reason we didn't do that, man, because we both got on the phone and the Patriots was extremely close to being last, y'all. I mean, very close. So, hey, if y'all going there, I ain't even mad at it. Well, trust, we looked at their roster, we looked at the schedule, we took a lot of time doing this, y'all. So it might not be perfect. This is just where we are right now in preseason, and we got to give some benefit of the doubt to arguably one of the better coaches in the NFL right now, and that is Bill Belichick still until proven wrong. So you got anything else you want to say about this division, DJ?
Looking on paper, I agree with you, Panther Buzz. I really do. But once again, I'm not sold on Zach Wilson. I'm really not. And they just they have a hole to dig out of, right? I just think that they got to show it before I can actually really say it. And if they do go in third or even second, I'll be impressed. I'll come on here and even say it because I ain't afraid to say I was wrong, and I know Mike ain't either.
Nope.
But it's not like we weren't there with it though, thinking like, oh, can you really put the Jets third? Like, you know what I'm saying? We really said that, like, oh, but yeah, man, that's all I got. Man.
But before we leave on, I do want to say this, man. They probably could have kept him as a backup. Didn't know what was going to happen, but I want to address this though. We played the Jets. I got a chance to watch. I know it was week 1. I got a chance to watch Zach Wilson. That young man is tough. That young man is talented, and he is much better than I wanted to give him credit coming out. But I still have to see more.
I mean, the offense is loaded.
Man,
they are. Like, Breece Hall, Iowa State, dude was a dog. I think he was the best college running back last year. What they get, Elijah Moore, he's a really good route runner, really good. Like Mike likes to talk about. I like him a lot. They got Garrett Wilson at Ohio State, who I think is the better Ohio State player.
Yeah,
we got Olave in this division. They got that CJ whatever from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
player. They got an offense. So if Zach Wilson's gonna be the player I think he is, show me because he got the weapons. There's no excuses.
Nah. None. And that defense is going to be even much better, man, because Robert Saleh is getting his guys and he's getting the attitude and it's going to be a fun season to watch them, man. This division is going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, they got Jordan Whitehead, our former safety, so, I had to throw that in
there. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on. All right, so let's go to the best division in the AFC. And the best division in the AFC is the AFC West, dog. Y'all about to kill me. So I'm going to go first. The Broncos allowed 0 points in the NFL last year. Now, their defense was crazy, dog. And so I'm going to just go through my list. I don't know what you doing over there. You eating some chips, DJ? It's a little static. Okay. All right. So we got I got the Broncos here. I got the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Chargers last. My dude. See, dog. Look, see, dog. Look, see, dog.
The Panthers.
Look, see, dog. We don't agree on much. I'm gonna get close to this camera. See, dog. Everything in me wanted to choose the Raiders first, dog. It's just something about the Raiders and Josh McDaniel and that running back tandem with Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow. We got the tight end and I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? Waller. I mean, they got weapons galore. I loved it. I really, really like their offense. Josh McDaniels is an offensive-minded wizard. They're going to ground and pound and daggone run that daggone football. And I think their defense is going to be much better than what people think. The Chiefs have an extremely difficult record. schedule ahead, and it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough as nails for them to get out of this division and be the leader again. I think Patrick Mahomes' contract is going to come bite them in the butt. And the Chargers, I have to see more. I love Justin Herbert, but I have to see more. I'm not buying a team right now that has not been to the playoffs, but yet everybody wants to put them top 5. I can't buy it until I see them be successful. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. So right now, when I look at this schedule and I look at these other football teams, right now, based on me, they are the bottom of this division. DJ, I'm gonna give you the floor. Then I'll tag in a little later.
Hey, okay, so I got the Raiders last. Look, I look at these other teams. I was going back and forth with the Raiders and the Chiefs because, look, the Chiefs' schedule is brutal this year. I mean, I think they have a lot of moving parts on their defense that has to be implemented, and just a lot of things. Obviously, losing Tariq Hill is going to be huge with that wide receiver room. And like you said, I think they've lost players because of Patrick Mahomes' schedule. I mean, his payday. Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in the NFL. And I won't even sit here and play about that. I think it's like 7 years running that the Chiefs have been dominating this division, like something crazy. So everything comes to an end. I mean, you're not the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Y'all weren't winning some of these Super Bowls y'all went to that y'all should have won. Or y'all know y'all continue to be in the playoffs, and y'all got one out of it so far. But so I see them falling off a little bit. Broncos, look, Russell Wilson is like probably my favorite quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I love
what he's going to infuse into that offense, which already has weapons. I mean, from Sutton to Hamler, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams, who came on UNC product. So that offense has the weapons. They just didn't have the quarterback. They haven't had a quarterback since Peyton Manning. They haven't had one. They've been swapping between a bunch of BS. And look, they got Russell Wilson, who only has one losing season himself, which was last year. He's gonna get right back on that. What is it? What do they say? Broncos, let's ride. Yeah, they riding this year. Goddamn it! In the Chargers, look, I'm a big believer in Justin Herbert. He went from being in his first year. I think they were 7-9 with a black coach. I can't think of him right now. They obviously changed coaches last year. Went 9-8, 5,000 yard season, 30-something touchdowns. Had a hell of a season. First year with a new head coach. Second year, I think they're going to be even better because I believe Justin Herbert is going to continue to get better. I think Isaiah Spiller is going to be huge, especially in the passing game when Eckler has a history of getting hurt. I think that was really smart. Joshua Kelly did not live up to what me and Mike were very big fans of Joshua Kelly coming out the draft. It is his first year. He might bounce back. Let's be fair there. I think the offensive line's good. Y'all already know Slater. I know some of y'all, but hopefully Icky will be the person to make y'all feel better about losing, right? So, they got a really good offensive line. I love the defense. I think it's going to be hell with what's it called? Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Wait, is it Nick Bosa? Joey Bosa. And I do like their interior with Sebastian Day, and Tillery. And their back end is really good. And Mike say himself, he's like Sante Samuel, Derwin James, we in there, one of the best safeties in the NFL. People sleep on Nasir Adderley, and I think he's a really good player. And I think he's going to continue being that. And then they brought over J.C. Jackson over from the Patriots, one of the best rated corners coming out. Was the scheme or was the player? We're going to find out. But he was a hell of a player with the pass. Like, couldn't pay him. I believe in this team. I think they're stacked. They got players. This coach going to have to earn some money this year because they should really win this division, in my opinion.
Well, DJ, C-Dog is saying, shout out to C-Dog for pointing out Leslie Frazier. I was drawing a blank too, so thank you, C-Dog, for that. This is my biggest concern with the Chargers. I don't think he's a joke, but but when I look at the coaching staffs and even just the rosters of the Broncos, I like the coaching staff better in Kansas City. I like the coaching staff better. I like the coaching staff better with the Raiders. I personally like Russell Wilson better than probably any quarterback in this division. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I know I love Patrick Mahomes too, but Russell Wilson just has that it factor too. That's just he's such a professional and just mentally tough. This is a guy that plays every single game he can possibly play and somehow just makes something out of nothing. This division here is amazing. I mean, this is going to be every single week. It's going to be must-see football with this division. And I think they're going to beat up on each other. And that's the only reason why I can't say all of them are going to make the playoffs. Because if I could, I'd say all four of them making the playoffs. We're going to have one divisional winner and the rest of them going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair. If every one of these teams were in different divisions, I would agree with you, Mike, with the whole, like I said, Raiders will be probably second or first in some of these divisions that I'm over here putting them in fourth. But this division is going to be like that this year.
Yep.
And I'm just excited to watch this football in this division.
Absolutely. So this right now is the best division in the AFC, hands down. They're the best division in football.
In football. I'll take that to the bank.
Me too. So enough said. And it's not just about quarterbacks. See, everybody gets so excited about quarterback. It's just this team. These teams to me are just loaded. So it's going to be fun. So let's go right into who we think the playoffs. This is way too early for this, y'all.
This is just fun.
It's just fun. So I know y'all going to fry, especially me. But this is what we got, man. All right. So we got the AFC playoffs. The number one team on my books, Indianapolis Colts. And the reason why is because I believe that division is kind of weak. And I think that they are going to win more games than Buffalo. Buffalo is a team that they keep talking about is going to be 17-0. I don't understand how they're going to be 17-0. That's just not going to happen. But I got the Colts number one. I'm going to have to hit you up, C-Dog, especially on that Call of Duty if you own it.
I'm a dog in that Call of Duty, dog.
Yeah, DJ like that. I'm going to tell you. I'm a newbie. They call me default, but I'm getting better. But I got the Colts, the Bills, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Titans, Raiders, and Steelers making the playoffs. Those are my 7 teams as it stands today. Now, tomorrow might be different. No, I'm just playing. I ain't going to switch that quick. But as it stands today. DJ, you want to go off on yours, man?
Yeah, I just talked about the Bills. Like you said, I don't think that division is all that great. You know, outside the Bills, and you know, the Dolphins are trending up. Like I said, Pats are trending down, Jets are trending up, but I still think they got a really big kind of cliff to carry, and stuff like that. So that's why I got the Bills over the Colts. Chargers, I already said my piece on the Chargers. Ravens, once again, division winner. Titans, they like that. They're gonna be there again. Even if Tannehill, like me and C-Dog says, is kind of ass, but they're still gonna be there. They got Derrick Henry and all that. They're gonna be all right. Broncos, they're gonna find a way to get in that playoffs. That's what Russell Wilson does. And look, I put the Chiefs there because once again, I'm not all the way ready to say that Patrick Mahomes and them boys and Andy Reid are just going to all the way fall out the damn AFC yet. So that's why I got my top 7 the way it is, and I'll take it to the bank.
I ain't mad at it. It's a good list, DJ. It's very, very talented, good list, man. So can't go either wrong with either one of them. The Steelers, it's just the Mike Tomlin effect with me. Yeah, that's the only reason. So and I get the Andy Reid effect there. So I ain't mad at any of those. Only thing we really have different is the Raiders and the Chargers, and that could be a flip coin. I know you don't think so, DJ, but shout out to C-Dog, because C-Dog, I'm loving you today, my Jude. Until we get into this NFC, then I already know how we going to go off.
C-Dog, I'm going to add you, dog.
Yeah, we're definitely going to add you. Yeah, we're going to have to get in on that, man, because I know you're going to be funny on the game. It's going to be woo. All right, so let's go ahead and make it to the NFC. Yeah, should we touch on that real quick, man?
I mean, look, they had Mason Rudolph, and they still, you know what I'm saying, basically made the playoffs when came back. So I think the defense is still really good. It won't surprise me if they make it, like you said, edge into the playoffs this year while still trying to figure out that quarterback position. Look, I thought they should have drafted Willis over Pickett. Pickett, that was you and your fan base trying to talk yourselves into Pickett. I never was a big fan of Pickett. I understand anticipation and all that stuff. I don't know. It's just something about him that didn't ring home. And I think there was a lot of pressure probably because he went to Pittsburgh for Pittsburgh to draft him. And you already know how that goes. So I don't know. But we're going to see. Like I said, it's really early. Who knows? Pickett might just be having some struggles. Look, a lot of players coming into the league nowadays are having a lot of struggles before they hit running. So because the college game is so much different than the NFL game, and there's a learning curve that there's a lot of players struggling with that.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Shout out to C-Dog, man. I know you geeked up on Xbox. I already know. I got both systems. So either way, the good thing about Call of
I'm a
Duty is
PS5 head. Yep.
yeah, it's crossplay. So I got a PS5, I got Xbox. So I normally rock with the PS5. So but either way, is we all good. Never wanted Kenny Pickett. I know. I think a lot of the fan base was talking that trash. See what I'm saying? Look. Pickett is a bum thing. See, most of us didn't really want Pickett. I don't know where the Pickett thing came from with us. I think it was the ties when Matt Rule wanted to recruit him, and they quote unquote said David Tepper wanted him. It was never our guy. Not most of us in here. So now let's go on to the NFC.
Yep.
Where the NFC South is at. So let's go ahead and start off with the NFC League. All right, so
ancient ass fucking goddamn division, man. They get on my goddamn nerves. Goddamn.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you lead this one with the NFC since I did majority of the AFC. You can handle this one. You start.
All right. So Eagles. Hey, I told y'all. If y'all were here, we talked about. Mike could not believe me because he was like, "Ain't no way the Philadelphia Eagles gonna beat the Atlanta Falcons first two." I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I did.
But I told him, and that team. I looked at that roster and was like, "Yo, this team is gonna be a fringe team, and what they do, they fringe their ass to the playoffs, and then they get ass whacked by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers." But that we ain't gonna talk about that. But hey, at least they got there. They're saying their quarterback Hurts is looking better. Yeah. You know, they have weapons there that they weren't even using last year. Hopefully they figure that out. The defense is still good, you know.
Better.
Yeah, they definitely got better. Eagles across the board. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the in between, right? So the Commanders, look, I'm not a big Carson Wentz fan, but let's not act like Carson Wentz didn't do his best football in the NFC East. So he's back where he's comfortable. And, you know, I think Ron Rivera is I think he does believe in Wentz. I mean, the defense is still strong with Chase and Deron Payne and what's his name from Mississippi State, the other rusher. I can't think of it.
Sweat.
Jermaine Davis. Tackle machine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm trying to think of the secondary. I can't think of it right now, but that's still a really good team. Y'all know Ron Rivera has some down years. He didn't have a really good year last year. He goes up and down. And this is the year that they actually get up in the one or two. Cowboys, go look. I'm just gonna say that I ain't gotta go do a lot of Cowboys. I've been seeing the Trevon Diggs getting burnt videos. First of all, because that's what he does. He gives a lot of yards. He might pick the ball up. He give a lot of yards though. This team since 1996, every time they had a double-digit season, they either went to 8-8 or worse.
Yep.
Every single year. Every year. That's I was 7 years old when this trend started, goddammit. And I think it's not going to stop here because the playoff shit they got one win in the last 20-something years. So, look, Mike McCarthy, it's bad when Jerry Jones has to get in front of everybody and be like, you think I'll be sitting right next to here? You think I didn't believe in him? Man, he won't pay. That motherfucker lying like a mother.
Yeah.
So, Cowboys, I got third. Giants, I think Dayball might be a good coach, but I think looking at these quarterbacks coming in this year and be like, get rid of, I'm going to do what I can with Jones, but we're going to let him go. Because why would you pay on his first year? Unless you really believe in Daniel Jones. I just don't see it. And you saw what he did with Josh Allen. So he's going to look for a Josh Allen-esque player coming out the draft this year. Because I think they're going to have a pretty high pick because they're building the roster there at the Giants. And I think the Giants going to start heading the right direction. So we're going to see. That's how I got it.
All right, yeah. So he's made that mess with Ron Rivera. You know how we feel about Ron Rivera here. We love Ron Rivera, and he may not be wrong. That middle is definitely interesting, man. I got the Eagles. We both have the Eagles number one. They are just the most dominant team. They were a playoff team last year, and they overachieved, in my opinion, and they got better. The coaches got better. They got more years of experience. All of that good stuff. So the Eagles just hands down. That defense, they're in trenches, and football games are won in the trenches. So
I can't believe you don't have the Commodores. Like
No, because I don't believe in their offensive line. I think their D line is good, but I don't like the depth behind their D line. So, if Chase is hurt like he was last year, and I don't know. So the Dallas Cowboys, I believe they're going to run the football, and when they run the football 20-something times or more, or right around even as much as Dak throws the football, their record is crazy. It's like something in like 1 or 2. It's ridiculous. And I believe them getting rid of Amari Cooper said, hey, we're going to go looking at running the football. We're going to force feed Zeke. We're going to force feed Tony Pollard. We're going to force feed Dak because he should be better to run the ball. We're going to do a lot of running. And that's why I believe they're going to finish second in that division. See, dog, I'm going to get to that. The Commodores, yeah, I'm going to call them the Commodores. I got them third just off the strength of Ron Rivera, and I like him much better than the Giants head coach. The Giants, I do think that they have a really good – everybody calls the Commodores. The Giants, I think that they're on the up and up. I just do not believe in Daniel Jones. I think he can win a few games. I just don't think he's going to be that guy. I love Kadarius Toney. I think he's going to be one of the best young wide receivers in this league. His route running is spectacular. I saw it in college. I was a huge fan of him coming out. So, hey, they got a playmaker there. Saquon is too big, in my opinion, to daggone run the football, and he's going to stay hurt.
I'm about to say he bounced. He tried to bounce everything outside. You were faster and stronger than everybody in college. It ain't working. It hasn't really worked for the NFL so far. I think that's why he has a lot of struggles that he had, because he just won't get the yards out of there. I mean, Saquon needs to change the style of, like you say, he's been, for how big he is, that motherfucker frail as hell. Like, he be getting hit, he ain't got that. He ain't got that country strength. He got that, I don't know, that city strength.
And see, dog, I wouldn't even be mad if your list is right. I hate the Cowboys with a passion.
Wow.
So if they finish last,
second,
I would love everything about that. But I just can't. I don't believe that they're going to finish last. So it's hard for me to say that. But I hope you're right, dog. I really hope you're right. I ain't buying the Giants, man. I get it. They have some good draft picks. It's just they're young. They might be a year or two away. They get them a different quarterback. They might be hitting people in the mouth next year.
I'll say this: football gets the best out of Dan Jones, they gonna start taking over that division, because that means they got a coach that can fix shit.
Right.
And when you can fix stuff like that, like I said, he's a Sean McDermott guy, right? That's where he came from. Yep. So that tree, we're gonna see what kind of coaches come out of here. Excuse me, because they're one of the best teams in the NFL. So.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to the next division in the NFC. We got the NFC North. Go ahead, DJ. You got the NFC. Oh, it's the same. So
yeah, this is. I mean, I ain't going into this too much. Look, Green Bay been dominating this division for years. I don't see a change with Aaron Rodgers, Con Air looking ass. You know what I'm saying? he's a regular season warrior at this point. You know what I'm saying? He puts up double-digit wins every single year, it seems like, as long as he's been there. It didn't matter if they got the young boy they got now or who was the coach? It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? They just went up there. They still got a good defense. That back is still really good. I think they lost a couple pieces on that front, but they're still over all these teams. You got the Bears, who once again I feel so bad in the fields. That team is just not a good team. I mean, they're going to be a top 3 drafted team this year. Yep. The Lions, we're watching them on Hard Knocks. This guy, I forgot his name. He's a motivator. I like to talk about Matt Rule. You can see that's what he is as well. I think that's why Mike believes in what the Lions are going to be doing. And I think they're going to be looking for another quarterback next year. His last name's Campbell. I can't. Yeah,
I think it's Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. There we go. Yeah. I mean, he does look like a motivating type coach, but can he actually coach between the X's and O's? We're going to see. Now the Vikings are going to be in second place, and that's just what it's going.
Yeah, this was tough for me because I think the Lions. I agree with you, Panther Buzz, FSU 23. I think Dan Campbell. It's something about a guy that's played in the league.
Yes, he has,
and somebody that knows
how.
Yeah, and somebody somebody that knows how to play in this league. And it's just something about him and this football team. And to me, I think they got a very strong offensive line. They got some weapons out on the outside for Jared Goff. Swift, look for him to have a good season. And defensively, I think that they're gonna have some guys that really step up that people are been counting on, such as a Jeff Okudah and some other guys.
I don't know about Okudah, dog.
We gonna see, man.
I don't know about Okudah.
Gonna see. I think they're gonna step up and play. I'm not a big Kirk Cousins fan. I've never been. I think he's a guy that's just a statistical guy. He knows how to play the numbers, and him playing the numbers have gotten him paid and keeping him paid. But I don't think he's a guy that you can really win with. Love not Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. He was my favorite receiver coming out of that draft. I thought the Philadelphia Eagles missed on a mark when they drafted Rager over him. I was like, that was dumb.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense.
And Green Bay's just Green Bay. If you go back into history, the recent history, they've just been killing it in the regular season. So I don't think anything's going to be different, even though they lost Devontae Adams. I think it's just something about that team just – they're going to compete and win this division. I feel sorry for Justin Fields, like you said, in the Browns. We got Roquan Smith wanting to be out of there.
I mean, they purged already a lot of that roster, right? I mean,
yeah, y'all got a King Hicks. Yeah,
they traded, or no, they released, retired now. Every time we freaking bring him up, it's always y'all know who we talking about. We laughed about the shit last game. I mean, it's funny. He got to Atlanta. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. They got rid of a couple players. I can't even think about Allen Robinson on.
Khalil Mack's gone.
Khalil Mack, yeah, they've been doing that. So yeah, this is they're rebuilding to the max.
Yeah, and I feel sad for Justin Fields. And if you saw Justin Fields when he got drafted and went there, he was extremely sad and hurt. He was not happy, and it wasn't just because he fell. It was because he fell to this sorry-ass team. And he knew what was about to happen.
Wow, man, dog. I showed Mike my rankings of each conference, and I said this is the weakest division in football, especially the NFC South. I got it right here. Mike can probably, if you want, I'm probably going to post it the way I did it, because I did it by worst divisions to the best divisions. And yes, this North is another reason why Green Bay has been doing what they've been doing over the last couple of years. Let's talk about that too.
Yeah, it's a bad football team. It is just a bad division. It's just a bad division of football team. So we'll see how this thing plays out. But let's move on, man. Let's go to the NFC West. All right, this used to be the best division in football. Definitely the best in the NFC last couple years. DJ, go ahead and take it away.
All right, Rams. All they did was reload, right? I think they're still very much. They brought Aaron back. Made him happy with that nice contract that they gave him. Obviously, Matthew Stafford is the quarterback. I've been saying for years. I've been saying this joke for about a decade. I'm like, if this dude ever gets to a team where he can shine, now I don't even think he was that great last year. That's the funny part. Like, I think he's gonna get better as he gets more in this system. And I think that they're gonna just continue to be a really good team. And they're going to compete again. Once again, we're going to talk about this damn salary cap doesn't exist because they just keep adding motherfuckers to that team. The Cardinals, I got the Cardinals. I fought with this one between the 49ers, right? Because I like the 49ers roster. I still think Elijah Mitchell there, is going to be really strong. That's what Mike Shanahan does. That's why they're like, all right, we can make this transition with Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance, because Trey Lance now offers that down the field. Debo doesn't have to take some slants all the damn time and have to take them to the crib. Now we can get players down the field like the African guy. I don't need to call him. I'm sorry, Ayuk, whatever his name is. He's
Harukin.
Yeah, he's a speedster, so he's going to be able to get down the field. Obviously, they got Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Still, Trent, Williams on that offensive line stud. I get it, but. I just don't know if Trey Lance can offer what they're thinking he can offer. And the Cardinals, they got a really good defense still. Kyler Murray just got paid. So I am interested. We already heard about all the stuff with the contract and all that stuff. He's a gamer. Hey, Colin Murray, if you're looking at this, dog, hey, look me up the Juris Buck, dog. We can get in this Call of Duty because obviously you like games too. So, so definitely with that, I just don't think they're gonna fall off yet. They still got a really good roster. I know D Hop is suspended for like 6 to 8 games, whatever the hell it is, for PEDs.
Yeah.
But I think, they can still do some things. And Kyler Murray, I had to go back and actually look at Kyler he's done in that scheme and that he's been a really pretty good quarterback. And I know you're not a big firm believer of Kyler Murray, and it might got something to do with it because this motherfucker playing video games to put in the work in. But he was been pretty good, and that's why he got paid the way he did, I believe. I don't think he should have got paid as much, but we already know this is how it happened with these damn quarterbacks. I don't understand shit. But yeah, I'm putting them still second now. Seattle, I mean, look, Seattle's not doing nothing else but fourth place in this division. Their roster is weak. They got rid of they franchise quarterback. Hell, they just lost a running back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
They're resetting. They're resetting.
Yeah, and I'll pick up from there, man. Seattle's looking to go get one of these top tier quarterbacks that's going to be in this draft coming up. Get them on a rookie deal similar to the Russell Wilson effect. Build your roster around that. Have the money to be able to do that, and then compete next year. That's what I truly believe Seattle's about to do. I'm not a fan of Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep.
I think Cliff Kingsbury is by far the worst coach in this division. And so that is the reason why I have them third instead of second.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Division,
huh? Yeah.
You will rank these, and they're probably top 10. 3 of those other quarterbacks, coaches.
Yeah, I agree. So when I look at Cliff Kingsbury and Matt Rule outdueled him, and he's done it his entire career, even when he was at Baylor. It's just, if you let Matt, I ain't gonna go there because I'm a Matt Rule guy. I know y'all aren't, but I'm a Matt Rule guy. I don't believe in them. And Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. I don't think he's excellent and great. So I think last year was an anomaly, and I don't expect them to have a winning record this season. If anything, they may get close to it, but I don't see it. They got to play a very, very tough. If I'm not mistaken, DJ, aren't they playing the AFC West? Yeah.
What this is the West, right? Who you talking about?
The AFC West. I think they got to play against Denver and the Chargers and all of them.
Yeah, they got the West got the Nfc South, us in the West. This is going to be. I mean, along with being a tough division, they got tough teams they have to play. So it's going to be interesting.
And especially with arguably their best weapon on offense. Oh man, here you go. See, we'll get to them, C-Dog, and I'll touch on that. I don't believe in them at all. And maybe they'll prove me wrong. The 49ers, if you look at what Shanahan has done.
Trill's a fool.
Yeah, he said, anybody that can't beat Matt Rule needs to coach middle school.
I mean, Ron Rivera struggled. Not struggled. Excuse me. Blew out the damn Arizona. Y'all always just beat their ass. Something by Arizona with Carolina. Y'all just y'all put them nuts on that face. I don't know what to say.
I'm just not a fan. The 49ers, they'll be able to run the ball, to control the clock, play excellent defense. Fred Warner has been one of my favorite linebackers over the last few years. And they got Deebo Samuel. They got an excellent running game, offensive line. They got playmakers. Trey Lance can give him that other edge. What will he be? We don't know. But if anybody can scheme to help out Trey Lance, I think it's going to be Shanahan. Look what he did with Jimmy G. And the Rams.
Mike Daniels has been an orchestrator of that run game for a while now, though. So that's I'm interested to see. I think Shanahan's the creator of it, but they talked about, I guess, there's been some nuances that he did to it to make it take to another level. That's what I just heard. I don't know. We're gonna see.
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see because like I said, I'm giving Shanahan the credit because his pops had it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely in their pedigree, and I expect it to continue. The Rams are just the kind of the cream of the crop, one of the top teams. They got a tough schedule this year. So we'll see how that plays out. But I think they still have it. I'm a big Cam Akers fan. They picked up another running back. I forgot his name off the tip of my tongue right now, but they're going to have depth there. They're going to have receiver depth. They're going to have defense. For what I hear, Jalen Ramsey said that this defensive back tandem that they have out there is one of the best he's ever played on or played with. So he's excited about that. They still have Aaron. This team is still going to create havoc. So that's why we have them number 1. Anything else you want to say about this division?
Another division that I'm excited to watch. Look, my TV is going to have 4 games on at all times. But, the 1 o'clock games, majority going to be in the South. But I'm going to love football this year. I ain't working on jobs no more. Y'all don't understand.
It's going to be fun. Now, let's get into the NFC versus the NFL.
One thing, C-Dog, I didn't say he plays. I said that they've been talking about that the orchestrator of that run scheme and the blocking. And, we'll get into this a little later with the we've been in Miami playing, going against the Miami Dolphins as part of, training camp. And they talked about the scheme that they can see the blocking schemes and everything they're doing. That's a Mike Daniels thing. So once again, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But I think Mike Daniels might be a little better coach than even I gave credit when I saw they actually added him to the Dolphins. So.
Yeah, I like Mike Daniels, but I think he
half
learned
black, half white, and he don't want to say he black. He said dad black. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, we ain't getting into that. Anyway. Let's move on to the NFC South. Now, everybody can come for me because I am freaking ready. Start off with it.
All right. They probably won't. Shit.
No, C-Dog will.
All right. Buccaneers. Look, we got a Madden team, dog. As I say. I mean, we just keep adding pieces. Yes. Do we have some hamstring issues? Yes, we do. We got some cramps. You go down to Florida, goddamn, the West area. That shit is sticky out there. You got players that ain't play out there. Look, we got cramps, okay? We ain't talking about the stuff with your girl you can't get, you know what I mean? You can't get nah, we got them cramps in them, them thighs right now. It's happening, right? I mean, Ainsley dropping and Russell Gage, Russell Gage playing the dome. What you expect? He outside now. We outside with it. Get some juice in you. And Mike Evans. That's how we know he's going to have 1,000 yards because he has this every single year. He does this every single year with his hamstring. This guy will come back, all that stuff. But we still, Julio, our defense, I don't even want to do it. We talk about this team. We're going to be talking about them after this anyway. Buccaneers, number 1. Saints, look, 9-8 last year. Dennis Allen now the head coach. I'm interested to see how much is that going to affect them. Obviously, Tyrann Mathieu disappearance. Now he's there. Michael Thomas coming from an injury. Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry. Defense is still strong. One of the best defenses in the NFL. I'm interested to see about that safety tandem. But I think this is still a really strong team. I think they're going to come second in division. Then I got the Panthers. The Panthers going from 4th to 3rd. God damn it. I think y'all roster is strong. I've said it even last year. Y'all got a strong roster. But again, Mike could keep on banging in my head. Y'all got Ben McAdoo. Matt Rule can now be a coach. I heard it. Okay. Show me it. Baker, show me it. So, right now, I got him at number 3. The Falcons roster is not good enough. Arthur Smith, continue to work on it. I hope y'all take the Panthers shit. No, let me stop. But yeah, they're 4th, dog. They still got some building. I know. I see a lot of Falcon fans are very excited about Marcus Mariota. Desmond Ritter's having his struggles. We just talked about rookie quarterbacks and their struggles. First year, and that defense to continuously lose. They trying to build that line, can't build it. There's just so many things. I understand. But this team's not ready. We talk about this all the time. So Falcons.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Number 1, like DJ said, this is a Madden team, and they got the GOAT. As long as they got the GOAT and the way that defense plays, and I don't expect that defense to be any different with, even though Todd Bowles is the head coach, the continuity is there, the communication is there, everything about this defense, even though they plugged some players, I mean, you got to think they got Akeem Hicks to replace the Ndamukong Suh, who was on the tail end of his career, who's actually not signed right now. JPP, who's gone, so I'm interested to see how Joe Tryon replaces that. They still have their linebackers. They got all that type of stuff. See, dog, I want to touch on something before I continue. This right here is extremely interesting to me because one thing we can say about the NFC South is that it's never repeated. So this is the exact same order that it was last year. So I don't expect it. Your thing about to die, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna stop my camera. I'm gonna go get the charger. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. I'll. One thing about the this division is that they don't repeat. They do not repeat. So if we got the Bucks at number 1, which they were last year, the Saints at number 2, which they were last year, and the Falcons, which were number 3 last year, and the Panthers finishing last, it's not happening in the NFC South. I don't believe it's ever happening. I can't see it happening again, or ever happening, or happening this year. So when I look at this team, Alvin Kamara is going to be suspended at least for 6 games. He's been their most dynamic player on that offense. I know Michael Thomas, Slant Boy, is coming back. It is what it is with Slant Boy. Hopefully he can play. I like Michael Thomas. I just don't think, Jameis Winston, especially against us. I call Jameis Santa Jameis because he's always giving us gifts. We can look at week 2. He gave us gifts then. So I expect nothing else than Jameis to give us some few gifts. So that's why I have them 3rd, and I have the Atlanta Falcons as 4th, and it's strictly because their trenches to me aren't good. They having all kind of issues in the interior defensive line, which they weren't good at anyway last year. They didn't generate much of a pass rush at all last year. They were one of the worst teams at getting pass rushes and sacks, and they've already got one dude retired, 2 of them are out for the season in the defensive trenches in the D tackle position. I do love Dan Pease. I think he's going to change the mentality of this defense. They're going to play hard. They're going to play good. Love Casey Hayward Jr. If you've been following me for a while, that's been one of my favorite cornerbacks. I think he's a baller. I think A.J. Terrell is a very, very good ball player too. And I just don't like their quarterback play. I don't like their quarterback play at all. Desmond Ridder has been struggling. Marcus Mariota can't get the ball down the daggone field at all. I don't trust their running game. I don't trust their offensive line. I don't know how they're going to protect anybody. Maybe they'll be quick and get the ball out to Pitts and maybe try to throw something up to Drake London, who has had his difficulties. And we'll talk about that later on in the matchups in camp so far. But he's a rookie, so we'll see. The Carolina Panthers, to me, this is an extremely hungry team. This is a team that has so much continuity, so much together. Everybody's speaking the same language. Matt Rule turns things around, and he does win in year 3. I'm expecting this to happen. We got a competition at quarterback. It's not really a competition. Baker Mayfield has taken a job. If you look at Baker Mayfield, his best statistical season was year 1 when he had actual competition with Tyrod Taylor, and he didn't start. He did not start. So that's why I believe Baker's going to be motivated, because he has to be motivated. And I can see how well he's doing what he's doing already this year in camp. This team, C-Mac, Foreman, Chuba, the running game is there. The offensive line is going to be better. It should definitely be much better. If anything, we're going to be a physical running football team. And the defense, people can say what they want to say about the defense. The defensive line is going to be good. The linebacking core, this is the best linebacking core Matt Rule has had in his entire tenure. And the secondary is going to be dangerous. We were already one of the top teams against the pass, and I don't see that changing. It's going to continue. This team here is going to create a bunch of turnovers, and some problems for a lot of football teams, especially the Saints. They lost their best to second best offensive lineman in Tyron Armstead, and I don't know who they're going to have replacing him. I've never liked Trevor Penny. I think he was one of those guys that's just not good. He's just nasty and just uses that edge to kind of help him be better than what he is. So I'm interested to see how they're going to play this out without Alvin Kamara. I don't think that they're going to be able to. You got to think, we finished last. So we are playing a last place schedule, and usually it's a little more favorable. So we had a lot of close games. I'm calling it what it is. Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans Saints, Falcons, and it's going to be in that order straight up. And I get it. You're saying, well, how can we go for 5 wins the last 2 seasons? And how can we automatically go to second in the division? Well, if we look at what the Dallas Cowboys did last year, I believe they were 6-10 the year before last and went 12-5. It is very doable when you do have your horses. You have your horses. The face of our franchise has been Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has not been healthy. Can he stay healthy? Is going to be the biggest question. But I'm not as concerned as if he's not healthy, because we have depth at that running back position that I believe can carry us on, and we're going to be physical. So I do like the makeup of this team. Everybody's talking about Matt Rule losing weight. He's looking good because he's stressed. Nah, he didn't lost weight because he just needed to lose weight. He's happy. Everybody's happy and gelling. They're tired of being picked on. They're tired of being a laughing stock. They're tired of all of that. Look, we ain't gonna keep going on with this, because we're gonna talk about this in the matchup. But I guarantee you, Carolina will not be last in this division, and they will be competing for second. I promise you that, for a wild card spot. You can say I'm a homer all you want to, all of y'all. You can say this and that. I'm speaking facts. Matt Rule is one hell of a motivator. He's one heck of a coach. He's just not an X and O's guy. And I believe Ben McAdoo, that has coached the entire offense, can bring a different level of coaching that Matt Rule can be the best that he can be. It's not stress weight, dog. I'm trying to tell you, it's not stress weight. I've lost weight and it ain't got nothing to do with stress. It's just something about when you get to a certain age and you just like, you know what? The healthier you are, the healthier your mind is, and how healthier everything else around you works out. And I believe that's what's going on with Matt Rule. So I love it. I'm very, very excited about this season, and we get our first taste Saturday to just see what these guys got. And we'll break that down here shortly on the matchups. But that's what I got. So we'll move on. DJ should be coming back. I'm going to kick him off for a minute and bring him back in a little bit once he get going. But Macadoo, there you go, my dude. That's what I call him too. Macadoo. No, actually, McAdoo won a Super Bowl. I believe McAdoo won the Super Bowl. Didn't he win the Super Bowl with Eli? Wasn't he like the offensive coordinator or something like that? I could be wrong, but I thought McAdoo was an offensive coordinator when they won that Super Bowl. I just don't think he may not have been, but I just know statistically it was there. So I'm excited about McAdoo. I could just already see it. McAdoo had a number 8 and number 5 offense the last time he was an offensive coordinator. Exactly. And if you look at what the Carolina Panthers had last year, we were the 30th ranked offense. And not 30th, we were 29. We were definitely bottom 3. This changes. Bottom 4, I should say. This changes everything, because DJ mentioned it. When you have a top tier, quote unquote, statistically defense, you don't usually lose as many games as we lost. That just lets you know how horrendous our offense was. Matt Rule's not an offensive coordinator. Joe Brady's not an offensive coordinator. Joe Brady is an offensive play caller. Ben McAdoo is an offensive coordinator, and I'm excited to see how this thing pans out. And he did win a Super Bowl. He won Super Bowl. What Super Bowl was it? I'm trying to figure it out. Was it with the Green Bay Packers? I think he was the offensive. Yes, he was the offensive coordinator with the Green Bay Packers, or quarterback coach, something like that, whenever they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. So this guy, hands down. I don't mean head coach. Just because you're not a head coach don't mean you didn't have any. We'll get to that, man. DJ.
Oh, this is the other side of the basement. It's like the
I like that look up, man. That set up nice,
Oh
dog.
yeah, no, it's straight up in here. I mean, they got a nice little. I mean, got the little TV back there. You know what I'm saying? The basement. I don't
Yeah.
understand why North Carolina and South Carolina don't got basements. Jersey did, and out
Well,
here do. But
well, a lot. I don't know. Some of them do, but I will say this, man. When I lived in the Midwest, I used to live in Missouri. They had basements. A lot of that due to weather and
yeah,
potential snow and
tornadoes.
tornadoes and things like that. That's something that we don't really experience in. Yes, he was. He was an offensive coordinator for the daggone or quarterback coach, something like that. When the Green Bay Packers won, Google it. Google it,
They talking
T-Dog.
about with the Giants though. They
Google
talking
it.
about with the Giants.
I don't care. The Giants, we already said. I said daggone Green Bay. I said Green Bay. So as a head coach, he's not the guy. I mean, he ain't our head coach. Anyway, I love the coaching staff. Yeah, you can get custom built. I love the coach. Yes, that's exactly what he is. Penning is Richie Cognito.
Yeah, I don't even think he's that good.
That's what I'm about to say. He ain't even that good, but he has that same type of penalties and that nasty whatever it is. So we'll see. No, he said he talking about both. Nope, he definitely was part of that daggone Super Bowl.
When they win, 2010 was it?
Yeah,
because they got over the Bucks. That was that year they barely squeaked in. They won, and Ben McAdoo, I think, was a tight ends coach.
he may have been, but that's what I'm saying. He coached all over the offense. So you got a guy that's coached everywhere on the offense, and we didn't have that. We haven't had, man. Look, we spending too much time on this. Let's go into our playoffs, dude. I ain't about to sit there and do
Green show. Oh, we got the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs. I
Go
guess
ahead,
mine, since he's been talking, I'll give you a little break, let you a little water.
Yeah,
I know you've been setting some fires with your Panthers second place in the division. Which
yeah,
I mean, you're very optimistic. You've been optimistic. My optimistic since Matt Rule's been here.
Yep.
You're gonna die on the mantle with him.
I sure am.
So
I sure am.
What it is with that. But
I see the vision. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go get me a drink.
But I got the Buccaneers. Look, Buccaneers. We already overtook the Rams last year. We didn't overtake Green Bay this year. We're gonna overtake Green Bay. We're gonna get the number one spot and a bye in the revenge tour with this team. Packers, they're gonna be a double-digit team, 13, 12. They're gonna be somewhere there again. It's what they do. Division's weak, whatever. Eagles win division. Rams, they got a tough schedule. They got to play the West and the South. I think that division is going to take some bumps and bruises, but they're going to win division, but they're going to still be fourth coming into the playoffs. The Vikings, surprise, right? I think who they got to play that division. That's why Green Bay's going to be good, because who they play like the AFC East. I'll give you lying. And is it the NFC least?
It's the NFC least, yes.
Yeah, NFC least. All right, cool. Yeah, so I don't think that's tough for a division wise. So I think they're going to surprise people, and they're going to end up there only because their schedule. Mike looked at the schedule. You can say whatever, but that's why I think they're going to be there. Saints, I think they're going to make playoffs. The Commodores, very surprising there, right? I think another one. I think they're just a mercy of the schedule. I think they're going to creep into the playoffs and get in there. Don't think they're going to. It might be 8-9 getting in the playoffs. That's how I think with this NFC might play out. It could easily be 8-9 and squeaking into the playoffs. But that's why I think the Panthers, because I did say the Panthers could be 8-9 as well, could be the one. I think that 7th spot could be very. I'm not sure, because the NFC, especially when you start getting down to that 6 and 7, those are going to be teams that are fringe teams that if they were in the AFC, there's no goddamn way they're going to be anywhere close. But I think it's up for grabs. But that's why I got there as the Saints and the Commodores. I know I'm saying the Commodores, the Commanders. I don't give a fuck. It's Commodores.
We all call them Commodores. All right, I'm back. I had to re-up on my drink. I don't usually. I'm gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer.
Very weak Sea Dog in the playoffs. I mean,
extremely
terrible.
Extremely weak. They're not gonna do anything with it, but I got them first. And I was flirting with the Eagles because I really, really like what they're gonna bring. But I usually don't. I got my Panthers cup here. I'm not a people that know me. I'm not a drinker. That's not something that I tend to do a lot.
To be honest, I've been drinking. They say.
I'm not a drinker, but I like Earth. But I'm not doing any Earth. But anyway, sidebar. But so I am drinking a little Blue Moon right now. But I'm
drinking. That's just being thirsty.
I told you I ain't no drinker, dog. So I'm having a little sip. I'm having a little sip of.
Next time you come on here, we taking a shot. God damn it!
Oh,
shot.
Nah.
We do a drink chant. We out here drinking. Come on, Eric. My man, Mike.
Nah, I don't do no liquor. I drink beer and wine occasionally. I don't do any liquor. And I said Earth.
Champion around here.
See, dog. Hey, if we ever link up,
yeah, we out here. Oh,
see, dog. If we ever link up, I'm gonna be in the moon with you. All right, I'm gonna just throw that out there. All right, so let's get into my list. All right, so we got the Green Bay Packers. I got them number one. If you look in the what's hey, see, I'm gonna tell you something, see, dog.
Citrus drinking ass, motherfucker.
I'm gonna put you on something, man. I'm a big Al guy, so I like IPAs when I do drink something. Al,
AP, Adrian Peterson beer, mo.
Yeah, I like those, and y'all can put it on my. Shout out to the white boys that I hung out with a little bit at UNC Charlotte when I was doing my undergrad. Put me on some of these IPAs, and I rocks with them. Anyway, so getting back to this, the Packers have been doing this year in and year out. They just don't do it in the playoffs. Regular season champs don't do anything in the playoffs. So I expect them to continue on that path. The Eagles right now, in my opinion, he said, I have you in the trees.
I mean, your name Trill. I will hope so, God. I already know.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I ain't getting into this because I don't know who watches. I ain't big on that either, so I'm not a big substance guy. So I'm gonna tell y'all that straight up. But anyway, so we're going to the Eagles. The Eagles, to me, if Jalen Hurts can get right, which I think he will, it's just something about the makeup of that team. I like the coaching staff. I like all of that. I think that they have potential to be the number one team in the NFC. So I do like that. I believe they're playing the North, and we just talked about how the North is. Shut up, Mike Riggs. If you know, yeah. So I like the Eagles a lot. I think they're playing against the NFC North, and that's not a strong division. The NFC least is what the NFC least is. They're gonna run that division, in my opinion. So they have a very good chance of coming out number one in the NFC. I have Tampa Bay at 3. Reason why I have Tampa Bay at 3, they're playing their first place schedule. They're having some injuries. Are they detrimental injuries? Not really, but it's just something about that nagging stuff that's going around in Tampa that I'm going to pay very, very close attention to. I don't believe that they're as dominant as they were, especially in the trenches and being able to protect Tom Brady. And I think that is going to create a problem. Do they have the defense? Absolutely. Todd Bowles is going to draw up pass rush. He's going to do all that stuff. So that's why I have them 3rd. I have the Rams 4th just because. Shout out to my boy Twan Dawn. Hey, man, I tried to get in there a little early, but we were going live, man. So I'm going to check it out later on. Shout out to y'all, man. 704. Hey, if y'all aren't, and I know most of y'all are, if you haven't followed or checked out the 704 Charlotte Bound podcast, please go check them out and hit that subscribe, man. I am not a hater. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I am not one of those guys that's going to hate on anybody that's doing podcasts, anybody that's representing. It's all love this way. All love. So make sure y'all go support that, man, and the channel, and not just him, Ray Pat Bone, and all of what they got going on, man. There's some good brothers. The Rams. The Rams, man, I just have the Rams, I just think that their schedule's so tough that they're going to make the playoffs and win that division, but they aren't going to be a first-place team. It's tough coming from a Super Bowl playing late in the season and then turning right back around and doing it again. Tampa was able to do it because they brought everybody back. They didn't bring everybody back. So it's gonna be interesting to see the Vikings, just because that division is so weak, and I love Dalvin Cook. It was my guy. Him and Alvin Kamara were my guy. I ain't gonna sit there and bull job y'all. I got a question for DJ a little later on about C-Mac, but I wanted Alvin Kamara out of this draft. I'm a Florida State fan, so I love Dalvin Cook. Justin Jefferson was my favorite wide receiver coming out of there. C-Dog coming with a podcast. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun. C-Dog, we're gonna get you on here too. And then I got Carolina, man. Like I said, I've been following. We all follow this team. It's just a different aura that's with this football team this year, and I'm very excited about what's going to happen. And only time will tell. I think Matt Rule's figured it out. If you haven't checked out the video that I posted about a week ago, check out that, man. It says Matt Rule figured it out for the Carolina Panthers, and I believe he has. So I think we are a step ahead because I personally think Jameis Winston can't stay healthy. And if he can't stay healthy, even though Santa baby is what I call Jameis because he gives us gifts, they're still going to be good enough because Dennis Allen is a phenomenal defensive coach. That defense is still going to be balling. And they're going to carry that defense on to get that 7 spot. So that's why I know it's biased. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. 3 teams from the NFC South, because I don't believe the NFC West is anywhere as good as it was in the past. So Seattle's going to be a team. Aren't we playing the NFC West? Yeah. Seattle's not going to be as good. The 49ers, I don't think it's going to be as good. And y'all know how I feel about the Cardinals. We're going to bust their ass every time we play them. So that's why I believe the Saints can sneak in. Commodores, I'm not even mad at that because I do like Ron Rivera. It's just Ron Rivera also hasn't had a winning season. I like Carson Wentz. I think he's probably, C-Dog said it best, probably the best quarterback in that division. Shout out to Dak Prescott. But yeah. So that's why I got that, man. So I think New Orleans won 9 games because Jameis got hurt. Now, if you think about it, though, and DJ and I talked about this, and DJ, I want you to chime in when you get a moment. Jameis Winston was 5-2 when he got injured, and he had 14 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. Jameis Winston is a very, very good football player. He just went to an effed up situation. Now, I know Tampa's in a different spot now, but they were getting there before Jameis was gone. Jameis got a chance to regroup, learn from a GOAT in himself, not the GOAT, but one of the greatest quarterbacks to do it in Drew Brees, learn from one of the best offensive minds in Sean Payton, and he has a command on this offense. So don't be surprised because Taysom Hill, even as a starter, went 4-1. So if you take Jameis's 5-2 and Taysom Hill's 4-1, that gives you what? 9 wins and 3 losses. They only got 9 wins, so it came from those 2 guys. So let's not act like they can't win with Jameis Winston because they can definitely do that. So that's why we both have them in the playoffs. But Carolina's definitely getting in. Stand
it. Pretty sure you had that as well as last year. But we'll see, God damn it. We'll see.
I was a little iffy last year.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this was fun. This was a lot of work looking at every team. And yeah, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to post these, share it. It's going to be on Twitter, Facebook. If you ain't following the Nfc South versus NFL on Facebook, I'm going to do a better job of posting stuff on there. And yeah, we'll probably throw some stuff out there, get some comments and everything generating and shit. But yeah, that's how we have it shaking out. Let us know what y'all think. We know, so C-Dog gave us all what he thinks. Yeah, we got this damn chat for your ass, God damn it.
Hey, one thing we
your ass on Call of Duty until we gonna talk about this shit again.
Oh man, I ain't getting on. I'm muting C-Dog. No, I'm just playing. Now, one thing we can count on, man, from C-Dog is that he's gonna keep it 100 the way he sees it, and he's not wavering by anybody. And as a man, I can respect the hell out of that. So
That's why me and him are friends.
salute to you, my dude. All right, I don't agree with it, but salute to you. All right, so DJ, let's go ahead and get into the preseason, man. You good with that?
Let's do it, man. Shit, it's that
All right.
time, man. Some games,
So
man.
we
Some
got
action.
the first game in the NFC South. We got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Detroit Lions. Mm, mm, mm. I'll go ahead and jump on this one, man. I'll let you do the Panther one. That's next to start off. So if we're thinking about Atlanta, this is the key. Atlanta has 3 quarterbacks on their yeah, it's at the bottom, y'all. It's at the bottom, my G. You can see the bottom, the little ticker, man. It has my Cash App and DJ's Cash App at the bottom, my G. So it says here, that says Desmond Ridder, I expect him to play a ton this game. He needs all the reps he can possibly get. Because if he's going to be anything, you can see it clear. Oh, you can't see it clear. All right. Well, if you don't know, I'll put it in the chat a little later on, man. I'll put it in the chat. But Desmond Ridder is going to get a ton of reps against the Lions. I watched something called, if you haven't checked them, I know a lot of y'all don't really fool with many other fan bases, but Falcon Holics. I watched them last night, and man, they were talking about how Desmond Ridder has a long way to go. This is Marcus Mariota's team by far, and it should be. He's very familiar with the system. So I expect him not to play much, maybe a series or two, just so he can get some continuity with the offensive players in a real live game, especially with it only being 3 preseason games. But I expect Desmond Ridder to get a ton. Felipe Franks has been playing a lot at tight end. So I don't know if they really want to utilize him at the quarterback position, but they have Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder, and Felipe Franks on their roster as their 3 quarterbacks right now. So we may see him back there some later on, but I see heavy dosage of Desmond Ridder. Also, I want to check out that running back room. DJ is a guy I told you from BYU that I like in Tyler Allegier or whatever his name is. I'm excited to see what he does. He's a big body back. You called him Mike Tolbert, the bulldozer. So that's going to be fun. Dan Pease went on this rant talking about, he had all these vulgar remarks and all this and that, talking about we're not going to be the laughingstock defense and blah, blah, blah. It's just been an offensive team in Atlanta. We're going to be like the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to be Pittsburgh. We're going to be all this and that type of thing.
All the places that he was.
There you go. And I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it around. I just don't know if it's going to be this year. But I'm excited to watch their defense, especially these young guys that they drafted in Arnold Ebiketie. I want to see Troy Anderson, and I definitely want to see D'Angelo Malone and want to see if Darren Hall, if they flash. And one last player I'm also going to be on the books looking for is Drake London.
That's
I'm
fair.
not a Drake London fan. I am definitely not a Drake London fan. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a USC receiver fan at all. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Can he create any type of separation? And if he can't create separation, can he win those 50-50 balls like the quote-unquote mock guy that they have him, Mike Evans? Because Mike Evans wins those.
Right.
What you got for the DJ?
Right. I mean, that's basically what Drake London right now, that's actually what he's struggling with, which could be a little surprising. That is just practice. I mean, like you said, Mike didn't like him. And look, Jamar Chase had his little small hands. They were trying to talk about that and having a problem with the balls. We'll see with Drake London. I'm just interested to see what they, as Atlanta Falcons, kind of like everything you said. I think you really hit it on the head with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder battle. I think it's not a battle no more. I think it's Mariota to start the season, and that's what they're going to run with. It's going to be interesting to see what that offensive line starts to look like because they've been doing a lot of shuffling. I know they're not all the way there with Matt Hennessy. Will Drew Dahlman give some pressure there? And then, Matt Pease has to talk his ish, right? I mean, they had the worst pass rush in football last year, and it wasn't even close. So, bringing the players that Mike already talked about, can they generate and start that now? Because they got to I think this is one of the teams that kind of might have to show some things. Not really everything, but, they got to see if this team can work as a tandem and actually rush passes because they struggled with that last year. Mm-hmm. So, I'm very interested to see that. But yeah, what is this? The 6 o'clock game on Friday. So yeah, I'll be definitely tuned into that one.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I guess moving on, which I got the first game on Saturday, I think,
Yeah, man. Let's
against the
go on.
Commodores, against Ryan and his old team. Do you think he might throw out all the shots here? Just
He ain't got no choice. He ain't got nobody on his damn
give it
roster.
to
What
y'all,
you
even though it's
talking
preseason. I
about?
know it ain't gonna matter, but
He ain't got no bench. He ain't got no bench.
but obviously everybody knows what's gonna happen in this matchup, right? I mean, who's expected, Mike? I guess this is where I'm gonna ask you for this information. Are you thinking that Baker's gonna come out there and throw anything? Or are we gonna see Sam Darnold this game? Or are they gonna do like a half with Baker this time and then do a half with Sam Darnold next game? What's the thinking? Because obviously that's gonna be the number one spot that the entire NFL, because y'all been getting a lot of press over this number one quarterback on y'all team.
All right.
Excuse me.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you opened up with that because this is something that I was gonna do. I want to save it for a video, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it here, and I'm gonna go in more depth in the video, and I want DJ to be on this video with me. I'm a huge believer in competition. I am a huge believer in making people earn things. We are in a society of a sense of entitlement that drives me crazy. I'm a believer that hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And so this whole we gotta make something that we gotta give him more reps. We gotta, if he gonna be the starter, be the starter. No, y'all. Let these guys earn it on the freaking football field. If Baker's going to get it, make him earn it. And he's earning it. And let him continue to have to work. He's done this everywhere he's been. Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Cleveland Browns, now in Carolina. You get the best out of Baker Mayfield when he has to be put in this situation. It is going to be the best for this football team if that happens. So Baker, I believe, will start the football game. Excuse me. Sam Darnold will play as well. Yeah, I don't know. They might start Sam. I don't know. But I believe they both will play a series or two here and there. But I believe it's going to be the Matt Corral, PJ Walker show. And most of y'all, if y'all paid attention, I'm telling y'all, Matt Corral is the damn future of this football team. Unless Baker can really, really just hone in and just take this team to where I think it's going to be. Then we franchise his butt. But I truly believe we're going to see all four quarterbacks this game. I see maybe the first quarter we're going to see Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold play. Second quarter, we'll probably see PJ Walker. And we'll see him and Matt Corral kind of go in and out the rest of the daggone, I should say, game, second through the fourth quarter. That's how I see this quarterback thing playing out in the preseason.
Do you see Christian McCaffrey in bubble wrap?
Christian McCaffrey ain't touching the damn field except for in street. Christian McCaffrey will be chewing on sunflower seeds on Saturday. He is not going to play. We will get to see those backups. We'll get to see Foreman. We'll get to see Chuba. We'll get to see Rots, whoever else is on the roster. Smith, I believe. We'll see those guys run the football. We are going to see. The other thing I want to really check out is the offensive line.
I was going to say that when you didn't get there.
These two positions have been the weakest link of this football team the last, 2 years? That's what it's been. So we made adjustments, we made moves, to try to better this offensive line, which I truly believe is going to be much better. We're going to see all kind of different combinations. We're going to see Icky out there. We're going to see Brady Christensen. We're going to see Bradley Bozeman. We're going to see Taylor. We're going to see all of them out there because we got to get that continuity down and that communication on the offensive line. And the best way to do that is actual game reps. We got competition there. So that is the number 2 key outside of the quarterback as far as what to look for in this football team and in this football game, especially if Ron Rivera is going to play some of these boys.
I think that's best case scenario for y'all, right? Because I think looking at the Commodores' front four,
Yep.
they can test that offensive line, which is rebuilt for y'all. I mean,
Yep.
they got a really good, formidable front, and they're gonna test him. And if he does it, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not gonna find out what the hell any other teams against NFC South teams are doing, because I'm interested to see how this is deployed. Right, this is the first time for every team to go against something different than they've been already going over the last 2 weeks, which is their own team.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm like I said, I just want to see, like you said, with Ben McAdoo, how is that scheme going to look? How is he going to deploy? Because we watched it with the Raiders, right, with Josh McDaniels. It looked clean, right? Me and Mike agreed that watching that was very clean. Yeah. Is it going to be the same thing with the Carolina Panthers? I don't need it to be perfect, but I want to see something. Will the shots be taken? You know what I'm saying? Will there be opportunity? Will the run scheme look good? You know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that, knowing that you have a new offensive coordinator. Defense, J.C. Horn, probably not going to play. He's still they're probably slow walking him, probably still, I'm assuming. So you'll probably see C.J. Henderson, which Mike's been another player that he just continues to up here. So we're going to see. Probably not. I'm not expecting to see Brian Burns. I mean, I'm hoping to see Derek Brown.
He got to prove it.
Matos, right? I mean, there's players here that y'all definitely need to go out there and get some reps and show that you're making growth, even to hit the ground running. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really expecting. Maybe no, actually, I am kind of expecting to see Jeremy Chin and Xavier Woods out there at the same time. I could be wrong. But this defense, I'm just, just see what can y'all hit the ground running like y'all kind of expect to be.
Right. Keith Taylor, and I thank you for C-Dog for bringing him out, man. That's a guy I've been high on, man. DJ knows I've been talking about Keith Taylor. I like Washington corners, man. They've done well in this league. And Keith Taylor is a big corner. I believe he's like 6'2", something like the 6'3", can run, physical, cover, all that kind of thing. He's dealing with a little hammy issue, so I don't expect it. I think it's a hammy. Anyway, it's a leg issue, so he won't be playing more than likely. Dante Jackson, he may get a few reps with C.J. Henderson. They got to get out there. Don't believe I'm going to see J.C. Horn at all. He's going to be sick not being out there. Gross Matos definitely has to be on the football field. He needs the reps. He needs the reps. I'm excited to watch a young guy we drafted by the name of Amari Barno. He's from Blythewood. Shout out to Blythewood, South Carolina. So he went to Blythewood. Anyway, I ain't gonna give y'all my address, but I'm near Blythewood. Marquise Haynes, he's dealing with a little knee injury. We'll see if he's gonna play. Be on the lookout for a guy by the name of Davion Nixon. It's a guy we drafted from Iowa last year in the 5th round. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring. Corey Littleton is going to get some reps. And I also want to see Brandon Smith and Frankie Louvu. JC is like that. JC's like that, C-Dog. You'll see. You'll see. He's like that. Brandon Smith. I'm going to tell you who's not like that. No, I ain't going to go there.
I go there.
Justin. Anyway, because that's what a lot of niggas wanted when we got J.C. Horn. Justin. I ain't going to go there because I want to give him some time. I ain't even trying to badmouth because I like Justin, so I ain't going to go there. So Shi Smith on offense, we're going to get a big dosage of Shi Smith. We're going to get Kamel Martin. DJ knows about him. He talked about him. He's a linebacker from Minnesota, I believe. Yeah, Minnesota. It's a lot of guys here that we're going to be able to see. I think, me personally, I think the 1s and 2s are really deep on this football team. I don't care if he played 3 games, dude. You got to watch film. You must not have played football, C-Dog. You just watched. If you played football, you can understand certain things. I'm excited to see Rashad Higgins, see what he does out there. I believe we're going to really see heavy Shi Smith. Shi Smith is on the bubble. So he's going to have to get a lot of work this preseason game to see what he's going to be. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, Keith Taylor, I wish he was playing, but he's not. So we're not going to see. I don't think he's going to play. But this is gonna be a fun game because there are a lot of guys we got on the bubble. You play, okay. All right, well, if you played, then damn it, you can't say JC ain't it. Everybody's saying JC's it. Oh man, I ain't even going there with you. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun game against Ron Rivera's football team. Homecoming kind of matchup. See some of the guys that he has played, coached, and all of that. Shaq Thompson's not gonna play. He's still working his way back. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to see how this offensive line and quarterback plays out.
Well, all right.
All right, so let's go to the second game. We have Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And the crazy part is that last game, man, I'm more than likely going to miss the game. I'm going to have to watch it again because I'm dropping my daughter off at college, so I got to help move her in. Yeah. So that's going to suck. But I'll watch it somehow, some way. Yeah, let's get to the Bucs, man. Go ahead and take over this, DJ.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Miami Dolphins. As I said a little earlier, we've been down in Miami getting some work in with the Dolphins. So we've been getting a couple things out of what we've been seeing, all right? So we've already talked about the little rash injuries or hamstrings and cramps and all kinds of stuff with that on offense. The defense is unscathed and no problems there. The one thing that I have to now look at based off of what has been being said with the joint practices, this offensive line has been struggling. I know this is Mike's, this is the thing that Mike's obviously, there's been a lot of pressure inside, which, I mean, they're still obviously trying to figure that out. And, yeah, your boy, which might be why he had cramps, Hensley, because he's been struggling a little bit. But they said the wide receivers overall have been roasting the Dolphins, even with the short game and everything like that. The ball's coming out quick. Obviously, Tom Brady's going to make the proper adjustments, even if the line isn't as stout as it's been, the last couple of years. But they said, Jalen Dart has been cooking. What's his name? I mean, we're talking about even like Stearns and Tompkins. Scotty Miller's getting over the top on people. Tyler Johnson got like just about every wide receiver matchup that happened, Bucs have been all over it, right? There hasn't really been much with the running game. We're going to see what the running game looks like. I'm very interested to see what Rashad White's going to look like. Giovanni Bernard has had a hell of a camp so far. They're saying he's looking like he's going back to the old Gio, so we're probably going to see a lot of him. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a lot of Leonard Fournette. Tom Brady already said he said they put him, he's not going to probably play. I wouldn't be surprised all preseason, but they probably will give him a couple reps because Bruce Arians is a little different than Todd Bowles, but I'm already starting to see. Because Bruce Arians, we're playing everybody, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows Bruce Arians. Like, nobody gets nothing. But Todd Bowles is a little different here. So Tom Brady's not going to play in this game. Chris Godwin's now doing some work. He's not going to play. I doubt Mike Evans is going to play. But these little wide receivers that we have behind them that have been, putting in work against these receivers, I want to see it live. So I want to see that. Obviously, the offensive line, I already spoke about that. Defense, I wouldn't be surprised if Lavonte Davis not playing. Devin White's probably going to play, which I would do that. Obviously the secondary is going to play. Carlton Davis has been going out. Him and Tariq have been going back and forth, which I'd love to see. Even though people were like, I don't understand why Sarl Murphy-Brenton wasn't playing and Jamel Dean wasn't going against Tariq. Carlton Davis is your number one corner, right? And, he's going to do what Carlton Davis does, right? I understand if he gets hurt, which he has been doing, but, he is your guy, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get a lot of reps, and this is where they're going to put in, your Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy-Button. But this defense, apparently, especially the secondary, he came out, he did a presser today talking about, and he wasn't playing either. He's like, everybody gives us crap back here, but I won't be surprised if we're one of the best secondaries in this league. And he said that. I'm probably going to put it on my Twitter, and he kind of smiled because I really do truly believe that he thinks this is really something that they're getting better. And I know Mike doesn't give a damn because he never liked the secondary, but it's all good. All you got to do is between the lines, we're going to see what it is. This team has already done things that the Carolina Panthers haven't done. So kiss my ass. So let's just say that all together. And this defense, which the secondary is a part of, held Patrick Mahomes to the lowest numbers in his career. So we ain't going to go back to that, but that shit did happen. You know, I want to see Joe Tryon, see what steps he took. Right. So, like I said, there's things with the Bucks. We're gonna see a lot of backups, which I think is a good thing, and some starters.
Yep.
But they've been getting work with the Miami Dolphins already. We already know when these joint practices happen. Some players don't play because they feel like they got everything during the joint practices. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just Mike, you gonna like this one? Anthony Nelson's the only pass rusher that got no pressure on the Miami Dolphins. Elijah Ponder did. Joe Tryon won some reps. Shaq Barrett, they said, was a man amongst boys out there. Against, it didn't matter what tackle was out there. Shaq Barrett was working everybody.
Yeah,
but
he's like that though. He's like that.
Yeah, but Anthony Nelson, I told you, Elijah Ponder. That's somebody. I think that's somebody gonna be watched because Anthony Nelson. This is your last year, dog. We're not paying you, so you're out of here, dog. But yeah, like I said, the Bucks just we try to stay healthy with these with these hamstrings. Figure his hydration out. Figure his offensive line out. And yeah, I'm interested to see if Hakeem Nicks is going to be out there. I don't think so. I don't expect Vita Vea. I mean, this roster is. I mean, maybe because me and Mike talk about this roster all the goddamn time. I mean, this is this is what it's going to be. I think.
All right, man. Tampa's the standard. I'm saying it today. And while I'm on here, I want to shout out to my pops, man. Happy birthday. Today is his birthday. I'm going to give you a call later on because I know you sleep. But Tampa's the standard, man. I'm very excited to see these new pieces.
Kyle Rudolph?
I'm very excited to see these new pieces. No, Joe Tryon's number 9.
Oh, Kyle Rudolph 6, sorry.
Yeah,
backwards.
Dyslexia ass. I suffer from it too. Anyway, look, Tom Brady is not going to really play. I'm interested to see the number one thing for me.
Kyle trash. I forgot to talk about that trash. Man.
Oh, I'm about to get there. No, you got to wait. You had your turn. It's my turn.
You can have it. You can have it. I don't want it.
All right. So I'm interested to see this offensive line. I heard Stinney got benched because I watched the play, was the cause of Ryan Jensen getting hurt.
Yep.
I called it with this interior offensive line. You don't want pressure up the middle for any quarterback, especially Tom Brady. So if that can't get fixed and get better, that is part of the reason why I dropped Tampa down to 3 in the NFC versus being second or first. Because I truly don't believe the interior of this offensive line will hold up for Tom Brady. I'm interested to see how Stinney, Hainsley, and Shaq Mason pan out in the interior part. I'm not too concerned about Donovan Smith. I'm not concerned at all about Tristan Wirfs. It's the interior. So I will definitely be taking a good glimpse of this offensive line, regardless who is at quarterback for this football team. They have receivers for freaking days. They can have Russell Gage out. They can have Chris Godwin out. They can have Mike Evans out. Hell, they can even have Julio out. Because there are a lot of guys on this outside that I want to really see because they need a lot of reps to see who can make those final stretches on this football team. There's potentially 2 to 3 spots left. Can it be Tyler Johnson? Can it be my boy, who I like coming out of the draft?
And he's tearing up this. I can't wait to watch that.
I like Jalen Darden, man. That was my guy.
Tearing up the preseason. I mean, the camp right now.
Are we going to see Scotty Miller? Scotty Miller's a deep threat. That's what he does. So I'm not surprised that he's doing that. Will we see Cyril Grayson? Will we see Bashad Perriman? We're going to see these guys because Tampa's going to go 3 wide almost every possession. So they're going to have receivers out there. They got to have receivers, especially with these lower extremity injuries that they're having. So I want to see these guys. I also want to see Cameron Braid is a solid tight end. Then you bring in another guy by the name of Kyle Rudolph, who's a solid tight end. That's going to be another thing I want to sit there and watch. And they got some young rookies by the name of Cade Otten and Cole Cleef. And let's see what they do. So on the offensive side, I'm very excited to see Keyshawn Vaughn, Giovanni Bernard, and Rashad White to see what they do. Leonard Fournette, I don't think is going to play much because they want to kind of see what these guys are going to pan out to be and see who they got to make cuts. So they got to see what they got in these guys. So they're going to get a lot of reps. So I'm excited to see that on the offense. On the defensive side, I called it out before. My keys to watch: Joe Tryon, number 9. Appreciate that, C-Dog. Appreciate that. I want to see Joe Tryon. I want to see KJ Britt. It's a lot of talk about the development of KJ Britt. I want to see him. I want to see. I don't want to see Anthony Nelson because Anthony Nelson is exactly who I thought he was going to be. So I'm not worried about him. I want to see the battle between Mike Edwards and Keanu Neal and this Chris Cooper dude that DJ keeps talking about. So that's another matchup that I want to see in the secondary. And see, this is the thing about preseason that a lot of people don't like because I know the games don't matter. We dive deep into these rosters. And so by diving deep into these rosters, we know who everybody is. So everybody that's stepping on the football field is important to us, especially in preseason. So we want to see all of these guys. I like the guy by the name of Grant Stroud. I thought he was a great pickup. He's a very solid special teams guy. Let's see, can he continue to develop into that backup role that they need as a linebacker? Like I said, man, Tampa is the standard right now. I hate to say it because this on the daggone stream with me, but they're the standard. I want to see what Logan Hall is going to produce. This is their first pick in this year's draft. Can he do anything out there? I want to see.
And also there's a battle between Ryan Suckup and Jose Barreras, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Kicker. And that second kicker, I can't say his last name yet, but he's been lighting up.
Oh, well, look, we know Ryan Suckup is he's an excellent free throw shooter, but he ain't no Steph Curry.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what that kid is doing right now. He's about 100% damn near. So,
and I really want to see Jaden Darden, in the special teams game. I want to see him on the football field running routes because I think this kid is a playmaker. So I'm excited to watch them. This is going to be a fun game. Every game out here, really, truth be told, is going to be fun, man. So that's what I got with Tampa. Not too concerned about the Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting, Jamel Dean, those guys. I want to see the Zion McCullum and the D. Delaney again. I want to see these guys, and let's see who can pan out and what they're going to do. Because you're only as good in a 17-game season as your depth, and I'm going to keep on preaching that. So I'm excited to see that.
And they're going to be playing in other places that when we cut them, too, some of these players.
Man, I don't know about that. We're going to see.
Especially that wide receiver room. People going to be grabbing our wide receiver.
Oh, yeah, they deep. Josh Wells, congratulations on the baby, too. I think it was Josh Wells. Didn't Josh Wells have a baby? I think it was Josh Wells. Congratulations, because I saw Hainsley and Tristan Wirfs talking and congratulating him on having a baby, a newborn. So salute to you, man. Anytime you bring a child into this world, it's a blessing, man. So salute to you.
8 weeks in. Well, 9 weeks in now. I don't even know. These weeks fucking running between each other, man.
Yeah, this is fun. All right, you got anything else you want to say about your fucking ass team?
I mean, look, there's a lot of pieces, like Mike just said. It's deep. And there's going to be a lot of players out here that very excited to watch and see what they can do and who's going to make the roster. Because there's a lot of players here that's not going to make the roster. So,
facts.
We'll see.
All right, so let's go to the last game of the NFC South, which is an 8 p.m. game. I will watch this one later. I'm definitely going to watch Tampa live. And this game I will check out on replay. And that's the New Orleans Aints. Jameis Winston had a scare with a ankle or foot injury, something like that.
Turned his ankle, I think.
Ankle, yeah. Are we going to see a lot of him? I seriously doubt it. I think it's going to be Andy Dalton, Ian Book running the show in this game, especially against the Texans. I really want to see this left tackle position. This is probably on the offense, this is the position that I'm watching the most. I want to watch this offensive line. Not a huge fan of Eric McCoy. Definitely not a fan of Cesar Ruiz. And I don't know. James Hurst has it right now. And I think he's going to hold on to it. But I got to see what this offensive line is going to do. Andrews Pete is very solid, and Ryan Ramczyk is Ryan Ramczyk. He's a baller. But the wide receivers, they got playmakers. They got Jarvis Landry. They got Michael Thomas. They got Callaway. They got Chris Olave. They got Twyquan Smith. They got Kevin White. They got a lot of guys they got to try out at receiver. Excuse me. Damn, this damn blue moon. They got a lot of guys I want to check out on the offense. So, especially the offensive line. That was their strength. The trenches was their strength. So I want to see, can they carry that on with Dennis Allen. I'm gonna let you get into it, man, and then I'll tackle the defense a little later on.
Yeah, look, we're not gonna see Alvin Kamara. I want to see the preseason warrior Tony Jones Jr. I mean, he was a hell of a player last year in preseason. He's gonna continue that. He can just carry over this season this time if he's able to do that. Michael Thomas, we're not gonna see him, right? I mean, that's not gonna happen. Jarvis Landry, maybe might get a little sighting. I think of him along with Chris Olave. Look, Chris Olave, who's better, Chris Olave? Garrett Wilson. I honestly think Garrett Wilson is better, but Chris Olave has been showing up at camp. Even though he wasn't in somebody, I was like, I wasn't always shot, great on that, but I want to see it. I want, in the offensive line, Mike already went over it. There's not much more to say. It's the same way about the offensive line. On defense, the players that I'm really watching, I'm watching this quarterback thing. Paulson Adebo and Taylor, this Taylor cat. I mean, there's been a lot of talk of Taylor actually giving Paulson Adebo a run for his money. I'm not saying Paulson Adebo is a great corner. I thought he had a decent year, which many people are saying about that. But this Taylor kid is coming out here really playing. Obviously, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which is probably the biggest thing with this team right now, is this contract situation. He's not going to play. He hasn't been practicing. He hasn't been practicing in contact. Are they going to play this cat? I mean, this is what a heart and soul day defense. I know I just had to talk about that because that's something I think a lot of Saints fans they're not trying to say it, but I think they really are concerned about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they already paid a lot of people. Well, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, because they're even talking about, they think if C.J. Gardner-Johnson was safety, he'll be one of the best in the NFL. I heard a couple people say that. Interesting take.
I love him, dog. He should have been a Panther, but continue.
Justin Evans, former Buck, foot injury. He's been out for 3-4 years now. Apparently, he's been having a pretty good camp.
Yeah.
The talent is there. They always had the talent. He just couldn't stay healthy. Only reason why we got rid of him because of his talent. I think he's only still 28, 29, so he's still young. So he's going to definitely play. Pete Warner and Zach Vaughn.
Good call.
Which one? Zach Vaughn, he coming out of Utah State, I believe. Hell of a pass rush. You look like a hell of a pass rush coming out. But they've been using him as a linebacker, a coverage linebacker. I want to see if they change it up or what they're going to do, or what the hell's going to go with that. Pete Warner, a lot of Saints fans are very high of Pete Warner in his coverage. They don't talk much about him banging for them tackle for losses, though. So, I don't think he's that good. I know Mike feels the same way. Is there going to be growth there? Peyton Turner, player that I bigged up. He's having a really good camp this year. I want to see him play. I like them coming out of Houston. So the Houston player like Logan Hall. Shout out to Houston giving out the trenches. But I only thought we were going to see Tyrann Mathieu or Marcus May, even though they're brand new. But yeah, I think that's much as I want to see with them.
Yeah, we're going to see Taylor. I'm interested to see him too. I've heard good things about him as well, playing well.
Oh, and Garrett Wilson too.
Yeah. Okay. JT Gray, he's the guy that Matt Rule kicked out of practice and ended up cutting because he ended up hurting Keith Kirkwood in the practice where he lit him up and it was a helmet-to-helmet contact, something like that. Heard he did it a few times, so I'm interested to see how he is. He's third on the depth chart right now behind C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Yeah, Zach Braun is playing out of position, so unfortunately, he's not. I don't see him being much of a threat with them until his contract is up and he can go somewhere else and play the position that he plays best, which is a 3-4 outside pass rusher. Eric Wilson, I'm definitely interested to see. Could he potentially take over the Pete Warner position? I don't know. We're gonna see. But it's interesting to me that Peyton Turner's third on the depth chart, DJ. This is a guy that they drafted in the first round last year, if I'm not mistaken. And he is third on the depth chart for the right end. So he could possibly be what? Fourth? Fifth? He could be fifth or sixth right now on the depth chart for this entire team. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do. And man, I love that Dan. I keep calling him Dan Quinn. Dennis Allen is making him earn it. I don't give a damn where you were drafted at. If you ain't producing, then you not getting moved up. So I like that, and I want to see what happens with him. I don't think Marcus Davenport's going to play much. Cam Jordan is a vet. That Passagon, whatever his name is,
TK. They call him TK.
Yeah,
he's played a lot of time already with the team. So yeah, he's going to earn it. And Carl Anderson as well. They both played a lot. Of time with this team already. So yeah, just get past that. Yeah.
I think that's going to be. I'm going to enjoy watching them. I think they can play, man. I watch TK. There I go with that dyslexia stuff. TK, and I think I like him. He flashed on some things that I watched, so I'm excited to watch him play. So I'm interested to see how this depth is with this defense, because the defense always, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, has been very, very, very good. One of the better defenses in the NFL. So I wonder, can they continue with that momentum? So I'm excited to kind of see how this plays out with them. So those are some guys that I'm going to be looking forward to watch. Justin Evans, of course, I heard he's playing well. He had a foot injury, so I want to see him play because I thought he was talented when y'all drafted him. It's just, hey, it is what it is. Taco Charlton, whatever his name is, bust pick that the Cowboys made. He won't make the roster.
He's gonna get cut. I can tell you right now.
If anything, he may be a practice squad player, but that's gonna be it. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun to see Malcolm Roach, all these guys kind of get out there and see what they're gonna do on that back end. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually struggling though. I would not be surprised because I don't know, man. The starters, though, Marshawn Lattimore, Matthew May, Paulson Adeblo, Demario Davis is one of our favorite linebackers, one of the most underrated linebackers in the league. Cam Jordan is Cam Jordan. David Amimata is a baller. Tuttle is very, very good, too. Davenport had a breakout season last year. So I want to see these back-end guys to see how their depth is going to be. The 17 games, you got to have that.
It's a team you fighting for second place with, so you got to see it.
Yeah, they're third. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If y'all overtake and become second place, clip this right now.
It ain't no if. Nigga,
What do you want me to do on camera, dog? I'm ready at this point to be like, if this really happens the way you're trying to tell me it's going to happen, which I just can't see it happen.
Why not?
What do you want me to do on camera?
Why can't you see it happening, though? Is it all on the strength of Matt Rule and your lack of belief in him?
Matt Rule, and it's just this team so far needs to learn how to win, right? They just haven't done it, since Matt Rule's been here. These players, yes, talented as they haven't seen what the NFL is, and they've seen 2 years of 5-win games, and just to jump up to, you're saying basically at least 10 wins. Like, you're very confident about 10. You said 12 on our thing.
I'm more 10, but yeah, I did say 12. More 10.
Like I said, I'll take 5 shots on this. Like, I'll do something if y'all do it, because I don't know. I can see y'all get close to that 8 and 9 area where I said just.
All right, well, if we get it, you got to take 5 shots.
What? We'll figure out what. We'll figure out of what. Not this motherfucker.
But right. There you go. I like that trio. That's what you got to do first.
Ooh.
You got to admit who has the best secondary in the freaking division, and that's the Carolina Panthers.
As of right now, it's the Saints, and we're fighting with y'all for second. So prove me wrong, goddammit. Prove me wrong.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. My camera's horrible. I can't wait for next week. My camera, I can't wait to get back to my setup. I mean, it's been cool being in Detroit, seeing the family and all that. God damn.
Yeah, man. But this is fun, man. I knew this was gonna be long, man. 2.5 minutes. Thank y'all for tuning in with us this long. I mean, 2.5 minutes. 2.5 hours, I should say, for rocking with us this long, man. We had a lot to cover. And yeah, man, I thought we did a hell of a job with the channel, the name of our channel, which is the NFC South versus the NFL, because we hit the NFL and the NFC South. So check.
It's gonna get shorter, though. It's gonna get shorter.
Yeah.
With the games, and we're actually gonna have content now to go over. Y'all might see me and Mike. Like I said, we be arguing on this goddamn phone. We need to stop doing that and bring it on to the damn the shit. It get heated.
Yeah, because we got a video coming, and I'm gonna ask DJ real quick, but we ain't gonna do it on this live. But I'm gonna let y'all get a little sneak peek. DJ, is Christian McCaffrey a top 5 running back in the NFL? Don't answer. Stay tuned for the video. With that being said, you got anything else you want to say?
I ain't got nothing else. Appreciate y'all checking this out. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bring other stuff if y'all want something to even talk about. Like I said, we'll hit it. I don't care if it's Nfc South or the NFL. We might start bringing clips of these other people and have to start ragging on some of the shit I be hearing, because I'm telling you, this shit, some of this stuff needs to stop. These people, they get a lot of attention. I ain't gonna say no names right now because I ain't getting paid for it, but Mike looking at me probably, yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that, C-Dog. Yes, this was a good show. It was fun to get ready for this. And man, we got games coming up, Mike.
Yes, sirs. Well, we're gonna chop it up, man. DJ, we'll talk offline. When they get back, man, we're gonna hit it up, man. I don't know, man. I'll be back home Saturday that evening after watching the game. I don't know if Sunday might do a little reaction to what happened. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we will definitely touch on these preseason games and what we saw on the next live, and pump out some more videos for y'all throughout the week to just kind of click on little 10, 15-minute videos. But anyway, man, it's your boy Mike Ricks, Carolina Panthers representative. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Like C-Dog said, man, hit them like buttons, man. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. And real talk, man, we ain't Trail One. Thank you for riding as long as you did. Everybody else, man, that's been in here, Twan, Don, Panther Buzz, everybody else, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking. It was fun. This was a fun show to me, man. So appreciate you, DJ, for stepping out on your family. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man.
Hold me as long as you need to, because I hear people upstairs. My daughter going crazy upstairs right now. 12 o'clock at night, and she act like, well, she got a lot of sleep today. You know what I'm saying? It's something about, and shout out to all the dads in here. I mean, if you got more than one kid, I salute you, dog. My son, he's still young as hell right now, and I'm looking forward to him in the future. Right now, I mean, on cue, Mike. At 3 o'clock in the morning. If it's 3 hours, 4 hours, I want my bottle, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go to sleep.
Try to told him.
Go to sleep. I ain't nothing. I mean, excuse my leg. This is it. This is it. I ain't bringing no more in this world.
I told them. Why you think I'm done? Pull out game strong.
Shit. Oh yeah.
Pull out game strong.
Oh, yeah, boys.
Yeah, salute to you, man. Yeah. Hey, man. Salute to all the followers again, man. It's
dog, man. Keep pulling that thing out, dog. I'm telling you, I love my kids to death, man. And like I said, my 9-week-old, I know it's gonna get better. It's been getting better, but god dang.
Yeah.
Hey, having kids in your 30s.
Right. And you know, C-Dog, you're an 83 baby from what it looks like, and so am I. So salute to you, my dude, for being
87, baby. 80, baby.
Salute
You're supposed to wow.
Hey, I didn't have, and I know I got a daughter that's going off to college, but I didn't have my first biological. That's my baby. I got 4 kids and I only got 1 biological. So if that makes sense, it don't make sense, but it makes sense. So
That makes perfect sense.
yeah,
You took on the responsibility of something else, motherfucker. God damn it.
Right.
That's what it makes sense to me.
Yep.
Better man than me, because I barely take care of my own. I mean, I take care of my own.
And I tried to warn him. I tried to warn him. Your life is no longer anymore.
That's cool though.
Everything.
Cool, though. You got it too. I mean, we got sports coming up. Look, we got NFL stuff. Obviously, we gonna be watching football, but like you said, his son got football. He's taking him to practice every day. My daughter, she got soccer and t-ball coming up. Hopefully, my son's gonna want to do all the same damn shit: football, basketball, track, all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. But shit.
Yeah. So, most deaf. Much love to y'all again, man. Salute to the Carolina Panthers for making the playoffs in 2022-2023 season.
Man, I'm about to start getting on some of y'all goddamn podcasts. All right, I'm about to reach out to some everybody shit. I'm about to start airing some shit out because I'm tired of the fuckery.
Air it out. Shoot. I don't care. Not everybody believe like me.
Jada kiss this shit.
Not everybody believe like me. And that's fine. I see the vision. And I seen the vision early. So I'm not surprised. Hey, I would not be surprised.
You as blurry as my goddamn camera. Shit.
It ain't blurry. I see it crystal freaking clear. 7 years, and y'all expected it to happen in 2. Kick rocks. Anyway, salute. Keep pounding. We out. Peace.